Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays crawling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time. Shot. Falcons fly and Bucs set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay
How's it going, guys? I forgot to change the scroll as soon as I clicked on the live thing. I'm like, man, I forgot to change one thing. How's it going, everybody? I, of course, am Dr. Delay, and we've got some Thursday night football for you tonight as the Atlanta Falcons, see if I can spell correctly, coming in with a 4-9 record, take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are currently first place in the NFC South. Of course, a loss tonight, actually knocks them back like a half game. So we'll see how the Panthers, of course, look this Sunday. Give me a sec. Let's see. I don't even know if this part is necessary. We're just going to put it there anyway. Okay. Now I got everything's good. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully it is a good game tonight. Again, these guys, of course, are rivals. Falcons would love to spoil things for the Buccaneers. Again, Buccaneers have kind of run the NFC South the last, 4 or 5 years now. Even when they didn't win the division with Brady, they still, of course, went on to win the Super Bowl. So the Falcons eyeing to just kind of knock him down a little bit as, again, the Panthers have been kind of the surprise team of the year. The Falcons looking to play spoiler. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. George, as always, Holden, Chris, good to see you. It'd be nice. Yeah, they beat your Packers. Yep. How's it going again? Appreciate you, Chris, for tuning in. Seth, how's it going? Your Sooners basketball team's winning. Nice. Very good. Good evening. How's it going, Houday Nation? How is it going? Again, appreciate you for tuning in as well. As for both of these teams and, how they've gotten to this point, well, let's go ahead and look at it real quick. As we can see here on the left side, we have the Falcons schedule. Of course, they open up with the Buccaneers losing in the first game 23-20. Bounce back against the the Vikings 22-6. Lost to the Panthers, got shut out by the Panthers. Was very shocking to, I think, everybody. Then they bounce back with 2 very nice wins against the Commies and the Bills. But then since then, it has been a train wreck of a season. Appreciate you, Rory, for tuning in. Thank you, sir. Again, they lost to the Niners, the Dolphins, the Patriots, the Colts, the Panthers. Then they beat the Saints, but then again, losing to the Jets, losing to the Seahawks. They have just been in a world of hurt, as again, they are 4-9. Now, as for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, again, it's kind of the same thing in a way. They started off the season very, very well, moving to 3-0 very quickly, again, with wins against the Falcons, the Texans, and the Jets, losing to the Eagles close, 31-25. Then they bounced back against the Seahawks, 38-35, and then beat the Niners 30-19. Then they kind of got, it was kind of a one-sided game against the Lions. They did not look good against the Lions, losing 24-9. Beat the Saints 23-3, but then they lost to the Patriots 28-23. Lost to the Bills 44-32. Got blown out by the Rams. Not just lost, blown out, 34-7. Beat the Cardinals 20-17, and then lost to the Saints last week 24-20. So their season kind of going this way. Can they bounce back tonight? Again, this is a must-win, and again, the reason it is a must-win, see if I can remember where I put that. We could just start off here with the standings. So yeah, look at the NFC South standings to my right, to your left, I guess. Notice that the Panthers are right there. They are 7-6. 7-6. So, of course, the Buccaneers lose tonight. They'll find themselves a half game back, of course. Again, if the Panthers lose this Sunday, then they'll go right back into first. But, again, you really don't want to put your playoff hopes in another team's hands. Not really ideal. Actually, I don't know. Maybe they would still remain in second. Give me a sec. Let me see who the Panthers play. Panthers play the Saints. Well, yeah, so if the Panthers do lose, they would be moving back. Anyway, but yeah, as you can kind of see, as you can kind of guess based on the standings, Buccaneers are they are in the 4 spot. Again, they will not most likely, if they don't win the division, they're most likely not going to the playoffs. As you can see here, the number 7 seed at 9-4, again, just blows my mind how impressive the NFC wild card teams are. And again, the Lions not even in as of now. It is very top heavy. Of course, the Panthers 7-6. Again, it's just very unlikely that the NFC South is going to send 2 teams. So you really got to win your division to get in. So, again, if you just want to kind of go over the NFC playoff picture here, Rams at 1, Packers at 2, Eagles at 3, Buccaneers at 4, Seahawks in the 5 spot, which they can move up to 1 just like that. Again, they are also 10-3. Niners at 9-4, Bears at 9-4. And then, of course, just for fun, Buccaneers the Broncos at 1, Patriots at 2, Jaguars at 3, Steelers at 4, Chargers at 5, Bills at 6, and the Texans at 7. So that is your playoff picture. A lot of stuff happening just in general. It's a hectic end of the season. So let's see what we got here. It's always so many blowouts of women's. Yeah, no, it's usually if you're the favorite, you're going to win that one. Throwing back some beers, flying ball. We're Saturday morning for Army and Navy. All right, well, safe journeys there, Hammer. Appreciate you for tuning in. Looking for a great game. Same here. It's your birthday today, Doc. 53 years. Well, happy 53rd birthday there, George. Appreciate you for tuning in. Hopefully you had a very happy birthday. Thank you, sir. Again, that is awesome. So, yeah, hopefully you had a happy 53rd. And hopefully who you're pulling for, I believe you said you're pulling for the Buccaneers. Hopefully they win tonight. Like your play-by-play. Keep it up. Shadur's going to own the North next year. Unlikely with the second sentence there. Appreciate the first, though. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. Here we go. Yeah, here we go, indeed. Big game Monday. So many games this week that can go either way. It was tough picking them. Yeah, I went ahead and just picked them actually earlier today. So, again, appreciate you, George. And, again, happy birthday. Both teams apparently, and I'm really upset about it, both teams wearing their throwback. So it's kind of like a color rush in a way. They're both wearing home they're both wearing their home jerseys, but again, color throwback. So the Buccaneers in their creamsicle, and I believe the Falcons have their like 90s uniform, or maybe early 2000s. I don't recall. I think they have red helmets. I think it might be the 90s or 80s or something like that. I don't know. I only saw the jersey. Didn't actually get to see the helmets. So let's see here. Again, looking for a close game. So are we. So my friend Bijan and Egbuka. Yeah, Egbuka is good. He is a great receiver. So looking forward to seeing him tonight. And you're very welcome, George. Again, appreciate you for tuning in. If Rivers starts this week, you should call that game. Yeah. I don't think so. That will probably be a one-sided game. But, yeah, it'd be nice to get a Colts game if Rivers plays. Oh, yeah, for sure. So, yeah, no, the Falcons wearing their red helmet, silver face mask. Very nice. Black jersey, white pants. Same, again, with the Buccaneers. Creamsicles, so white helmet, orange jersey, white pants. As we're underway here in Tampa Bay receiving, fielding it at 5. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, 30, and is still moving his feet as he's brought down at the 34-yard line. That's where Baker and the Bucs will start their opening drive. Baker Mayfield again, started off really well, but now the last few weeks has been kind of a struggle. 7-6 record again, averaging about 200 or so yards passing per game, 20 touchdowns and 6 interceptions on the season. Not a bad year, but again, it's all for naught if you don't make the playoffs, as it's 1st and 10, ball at their own 34-yard line. Baker under center. He takes the snap and hands it off up the middle. He's at the 35. Makes a guy miss at the 40. Still moving his feet at the 45. And that's where the pile and the pushing will stop. So just like that, a gain of 11. Nice run there. And that is, of course, Bucky Irving. And, of course, he's missed a lot of time this year. But again, he is a stud. He is a stud indeed. Only averaging 3.5 a carry this year, but again, a guy that can just change the game with a touch, with a carry, with a catch, whatever. Baker in the shotgun. He drops back. Play action. Moving to his left now. Dumps it off to his right. This is Bucky. He's at the 50, the 45, and pushed out around the 44-yard line. That is a gain of 11, and that is again a Tampa Bay Buccaneer first down. So Bucky Irving already with 2 touches, averaging 11 yards, a play. And again, that's very efficient there. Again, 2 touches, 2 first downs. Really like the... Oh, yeah, no, I love these uniforms, man. These are great, Chris. I'm doing okay, by the way, Holden. How are you doing? What's up, Dr. Lay? You're the man. No, you're the man, Curator. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Hopefully we got a good game tonight. 1st and 10 as Baker and the Bucs already across midfield. Baker fires. It's batted at the line. Incomplete. So that was going nowhere. Again, doing a good job there. Getting the hands up, the D lineman. And he knocked it down. He's actually going to be helped, or not helped off the field. He's just going to jog off the field. So you make a good play, and then you're yanked, apparently. Pass was intended for Mike Evans, by the way. Mike Evans, the intended target. He is playing tonight. There was some talk if he would be playing or not. 2nd and 10. Mayfield in the shotgun, receivers to each side. And so he sends a man in motion. He takes the snap and hands it off. This is Bucky Irving again. This time the Falcons wrap him up at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there. And now it's going to be 3rd and 10 for Tampa Bay. Let's go Dirty Birds. Beat them Bucks. True Raider, not a fan of the Buccaneers. I guess the other, pirate, team, I guess, Raiders, Buccaneers. I don't know if there would be a... Well, I guess, looking back at the Super Bowl, yeah, I guess that would be why you would not like the Buccaneers there. 3rd and 10. They need to get to the 34 for a brand new set of downs as Baker is in the shotgun. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Mayfield drops back. They're sending the blitz. He fires. It is incomplete. They really sent the blitz there. Probably sent at least 6, maybe 7. Not even trying to do the 6-7 thing. It's just naturally what I'm thinking as the Buccaneers going to be punting. So let's see how many people they actually sent. 4, 5, 6. Wow. Now they actually faked 7, sent 6. Hey, my friend, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing good. I'm doing great, man. How are you doing tonight, Kenneth? We got some football, man. Whenever it's football, it is usually awesome. As there is the snap, here is the punt. And under it is the punter. No, he's going to get out of the way, but that may have been a mistake as the Buccaneers are going to down it at the 2. What a punt. Great special teams coverage. And the Falcons will have a long way to go whenever they do take the field here again. Kirk Cousins. Yeah, he's still playing. He's playing, and he's going to be taking the field. We'll see how he does tonight as they're cutting to commercial. 12:33 left to go in the first. The Falcons will have the ball again inside their own 2. What streams are you doing this weekend? Okay, well, I can actually say that I do have the streams ready. Of course, I'm just not spamming them across your YouTube feed because, you don't want to see a bunch of 6 or 7 streams. I swear I'm not actually trying to say it like that. It just happens. Oh, my gosh. The brain rot has gotten to me, folks. But, yeah, I had to have a plethora of streams pretty much. I can confirm Saturday, of course. Well, Friday, you might have already seen it, actually. Let me go ahead and see. I might have put it up already. So, yeah, tomorrow the plan is to do some FCS action. There's some good football in the FCS, folks. Going to do Stephen F. Austin, SFA, taking on Montana State. Montana State now the favorite in the FCS. So looking forward to covering that one. Can they take advantage of the fact that both the Dakota schools, the main ones, are gone? We'll see. SFA actually not too far from where I live. So I'm kind of going to be pulling for them. But again, it's not really going to matter. I'll be, of course, unbiased whenever I call the game. And then Saturday, the goal is to cover the Army-Navy game and then potentially Boise State at Washington, the first, not at Washington, versus Washington, the first first bowl game of the season. So hopefully that's good. I think it can be. I think Washington's very good. I don't know. I'm thinking Washington's going to win that one depending on if all the starters play. Washington should win Sunday. So this is kind of what you guys are wondering here. Sunday football. Steelers aren't playing, so no Steelers football on Sunday. Of course, I'll be covering them Monday night. But I believe I selected the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. And then I went ahead And I'm taking a risk because I'm going to be competing with the one of the top dogs here has really taken off. Going to be competing against Football Nation. We're going to be covering the Lions and the Rams. Really want to do Packers and Broncos, but I'm thinking that could be a good game, and I'm thinking we might be able to get a good audience despite the fact. So we'll be doing that. And of course, the Sunday night game, which will be the Vikings-Cowboys. Hopefully that's a good game. And again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. That was a great punt. It was a great punt. Sold your Bears ticket for this Sunday. Wind chills expected to be about -20. Oh, man, off Lake Michigan. Brutal. Go Bears. Should be a good one. Good luck there, and be safe and be warm out there as it's 1st and 10. Apparently there was a penalty, a 5-yard penalty or something, as the Falcons have it at the 6. Robinson with the carry. He doesn't get anything. In fact, he's dropped at the line of scrimmage, so I don't know if it maybe touched a Buccaneer at the 6. I don't really know, but the Falcons have it at the 6. As, again, here is Kirk Cousins. Believe it or not, his career against the Buccaneers is really good. 3-2 record. 14 touchdowns, 2 picks. So, wow, he definitely has performed well statistically. But again, that's kind of his thing. He performs well statistically, but the teams are usually 500. 2nd and 9 is Kirk Cousins under center. Ball at the 7. He takes the snap and hands it off. This is Robinson. He makes a guy miss at the 10. He's at the 15 and dropped at the 16-yard line. Bijan Robinson with a big play there. That is an Atlanta Falcon first down. Let's see what I missed here. Thursday Night Football means, thank God, it's Friday. Yep, exactly, Mr. Green. We are ready for the weekend. Hey, Doc, Hall ball as well. Appreciate it, Bill. Everything is well. The Bucs are falling off a cliff. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how they do tonight. But, yeah, they are struggling. Same thing with the Falcons. Both teams kind of struggling in the later half of the season here. 1st and 10, ball at the 17. As Cousins under center, play action, drops back. He's looking. He fires over the middle. It is caught at the 30 and dropped immediately. That is Kyle Pitts with a 13-yard catch, and that is a Atlanta Falcon first down. Should we really be 2 games? Oh, yeah, I think so. I'm thinking they will be. I'm going to go for the Falcons. I hope the Panthers make the playoffs. I bet Holden agrees with you. And Jonathan. Jonathan, I don't know if you're here. Of course, got some Panthers fans. Took the Falcons tonight. Got 6 points. Just need to not lose by 6 more. That's pretty good value, I would say. You're up to 82.5. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I'm in the 70s. 79, I think. Looks like Dean, the corner, has been playing pretty good. He is walking off the field. Hopefully he's going to be okay. So, yeah, no, hopefully Dean's going to be okay. Being helped off the field. See what happened. He's the one that actually made the tackle. So, yeah, I guess tackling Kyle Pitts, who's a physical specimen, of course. He's a big dude, so I guess Dean may have taken more of the blow there. Hopefully he'll be okay. Jacob Parrish going to be replacing him for the moment. So Brandon's in it out. 1st and 10 as Cousins under center. 2 receivers right, tight ends in tight to the left. As Cousins sends a man in motion, he takes the snap and hands it off. This is Robinson. Robinson at the 30 and is dropped at the 34-yard line. Gain of 4. Did you see what's going on with the Michigan? Oh, Sherrone Moore, man. Dude. Yeah. I mean, it's horrible. The whole situation's horrible. Obviously, what he did was terrible. But, then clearly, he kind of went off the deep end. And yeah, that's a tough situation, man. That's a tough situation all the way around. 2nd and 6 at the 34. Cousins in the pistol. He drops back. He's looking, swings it out. It's caught by Robinson. Robinson at the 35, the 40, the 45, and steps out of bounds. After a few more yards there, that should be an Atlanta Falcons first down, but we'll see. There is a penalty. This may be against the Falcons. Usually on big plays, it's just against the offense. That's how it works. Raheem Morris not too happy. Oh, no foul. So that will be a first down. Ooh, now when you look at the replay, it's thinking, well, maybe Pitts did actually hold there. Pretty crazy what happened. Yeah. It's actually, it's pretty terrible. It's unfortunate, man. And of course, just unfortunate, just again, with all the stuff after, just kind of a crash out there, and hopefully he gets the help he needs. Yeah, it's just a bad situation all the way around. 1st and 10 here at the 43. Cousins hands it off up the middle. This is Algier at the 45 and dropped at the 46, as that is a gain of 3 for Algier. And Robinson's been the guy. Algier, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. It is what it is. But, he's been a guy that's been a nice change of pace back. Bucs minus 4.5. Let's go. We'll see. Threatened her, with a weapon, yep. It was just bad. 2nd and 7 here for Cousins and the Falcons. He sends a man in motion as Cousins takes the snap and hands it off. This is Robinson. Robinson cutting inside at the 50 and is dropped at the 49-yard line. Nice gain there. Gain of about 5. Makes it 3rd and short, as Dean, again, still being looked at on the sideline. You got to hope that he's okay. He's been a great corner for the Buccaneers. Just really the past few years, just been really good. Bucs defense not looking good, No, right now the Falcons have had their way, but they're facing some adversity here. 3rd and 2, as they need to get to the 47 for a brand new set of downs. Robinson lined up in the slot. Let's see. Am I going to get this right? Algier hands it on. He's going to get the ball, but never mind. There is a flag. So hold the phone here. And that's going to be a false start. And that'll back up the Falcons. Nephew's a big Michigan fan. And he said, I know it's a terrible situation, but hopefully whoever is the next coach, I hope they develop Underwood. He might be on the move too. Just the whole thing might be a blow to Michigan. They might have to be starting over. We'll see. 3rd and 7 here for the Falcons. They need to get to the Buccaneers 47. They're at their own 46. Cousins in the gun. He's clapping, and there's no snap, but there is a flag. And you have to imagine this will be a delay of game unless they got the timeout off in time. Oh, man, this is not looking good for the Falcons. It was looking like, hey, they're moving down the field just like that, like that, like that, like that. Then all of a sudden penalties might be ending this drive. Referees having a little conference, though. So we'll see what's going on here. Good stats on Cousins versus Bucs. Yes, no, he's looked pretty good against the Buccaneers in his career. There is a delay of game. That'll back him up another 5. So 10 yards and penalties. Morris, he is not happy. Not happy there. He can't believe the explanation. So look at the replay here. Oh, I'll tell you what, there was some movement right there at the end, but it is what it is. 3rd and 12 for the Falcons. So again, it was the 3rd and 2 just a moment ago. We'll see what Cousins and company do here in the gun. Cousins drops back. He's looking to his left, fires. It is caught at the 44, dropped at the 45-yard line. Gain of 4, as the Falcons will have to punt. A very disappointing end to the drive where, again, they look pretty good for most of it. Again, just penalties were just backing him up. The Bucs-Falcons game last year was pure cinema. I'm trying to remember it. I don't recall that. Underwood is so gone. Portal, yeah, not even funny. Yeah, it's going to be pretty rough for the Wolverines next year, I'd imagine. This is Pinion ready to punt. There's the snap and the punt, as that is going to be fair. Caught at the 16, and that's where the Buccaneers will start their next drive with 6:22 left to go in the first quarter. 0-0 is your score. Wouldn't be surprised if Michigan loses a few more players. Yep, for sure. That's why they're 4-9. Yeah, just a rough drive there. Again, it was looking pretty good, and just penalties. Oh, well, Again, all we can hope for is a good game. That's what I would think. I don't know. I'm expecting a good game. That's what I'm thinking. An entertaining one at least, Hi, Doc. I'm back again. Have a good game. Thank you, James. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Thank you. If Underwood does leave, he should come to UConn. Oh, yeah. He'll probably go to LSU, yeah. Yeah, UConn, man. I don't know. I think UConn might be in for a rough season as well since they're losing Jim Mora. We'll see, though. We'll see. Maybe they schedule all FCS teams. Would that be something? You go 12-0, scheduling FCS or like the lower tier group of 5. Imagine. That would be pretty interesting. By the way, folks, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. The chat is a very big part of the channel, so don't hesitate to chat away. Again, I really try to make the chat a priority here on Dr. Delay. That is me. I am Dr. Delay. I don't know how I need to really say that. On Dr. Delay, that's me. That makes no sense. I know the channel's called... I don't know. I'll work on that. I need to work on that. Apparently, Christmas night, they have the the Broncos and the Chiefs. See how that one goes. Again, the Chiefs might be eliminated. They have a pretty big game this week with the Chargers. With the throwbacks, it looks impossible for it to be. Yeah, you're right. It is pretty much impossible. It could be 6-3 or something like that. But, they're in throwbacks. So it's already a pretty good game just because of that. Working our way back here to Tampa Bay. It is 0-0. Of course, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant are actually playing in today's game. That's pretty cool. As Baker and the Bucs are at the 17. Baker's in the gun. He takes the snap, looking to his right, steps up. He fires. It was incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Oh, man, could have been a disaster there for the Buccaneers. That just kind of looked awkward the whole time. If the Chiefs lose to the playoffs, or lose to the Chargers in the playoffs, I believe so. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's look at the playoff picture after the next commercial break. 2nd and 10 as Baker is in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. They are at their own 17 as Baker hands it off. This is Irving. Irving at the 20. Still moving his feet as he's going to be whistled down at the 23-yard line. So a nice run there. Gain of 6. I want to say they are, but maybe not. Tampa Bay's offensive line is sleeping tonight. Pass blocking wise, yeah, I would probably agree with that. Kobe Bryant is from Kansas. He was very good in college. Well, I'm sure he's hoping for a good NFL career, as it is 3rd and about 4. Need to get to the 27 as Baker drops back. He's looking. He's moving in the pocket. Oh, and down he goes. That is a sack. But there is a flag, so hold the phone. We'll see what's happening here. Holding on the defense. Oh, my goodness. That is an automatic first down for the Buccaneers. Let me go and refresh this. I don't know what's going on there. All of a sudden, stopped keeping track of what was going on the field. So, yeah, no, A.J. Terrell decided to embrace Mike Evans there. Can't really do that. Can't really hug. As it's 1st and 10, ball at the 29. Baker in the gun. He takes a snap and hands it off up the middle. This is White at the 30. He's at the 35, the 40. Breaking tackles. He's at the 45 and is brought down very quietly, I might add, at the 49-yard line. Gain of 20. His first touch of the night is a big one. Bucs got bailed out. They did. Weren't looking good there, but again, the run blocking of the Buccaneers looking pretty good. Pass blocking, not so much. Not so much. Again, a good run there by Rachaad White. So 1st and 10, but we got to hold it up here as looks like there's an injured Falcon as Hughes is injured. They may step away. I'm not too sure. Evans is back. Yes, Evans is playing tonight. He was questionable all week, but they put him active. It's like Hughes landed pretty hard there. So Hughes, again, being helped off the field. Hopefully he'll be okay. Again, hopefully Dean is also going to be okay on the other end here. His 8th year. He's been around for quite a bit. So 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. Again, they have it at their own 49. Nice looking drive on the ground anyway. Again, passing hasn't been to their advantage right now. As Mayfield is under center, 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. Mayfield changing the play as he takes a snap and hands it off up the middle, and he's not going to get much as he crosses the 50, brought down at the 49 for a gain of 2. I believe that was also, again, Bucky Irving on the carry. It's a nice run there. Jeff Ulbrich, the Falcons defensive coordinator. There, I don't know. I'm just saying what's on the screen there. Not really much else to say. You won't get 1,000. Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely not doing it this year. 2nd and 9, ball at the 50. Mayfield in the gun, 2 receivers to each side. Sends Evans in motion. Mayfield drops back, looking to his right, fires. It is caught at the 40 and steps out of bounds at the 38. As that is a brand new set of downs. Mike Evans celebrating there on the Falcons sideline. Pretty happy about that catch, I guess. Again, a gain of 12, and that is a Tampa Bay Buccaneers first down. Just a pretty simple out route there. Kobe Bryant on the coverage. So 1st and 10 at the 38. Evans, again, makes a play and heads to the sideline as Mayfield in the gun. He drops back, looking to his left, steps up, he fires down the left sideline. It is overthrown, incomplete. Pass intended for Emeka Egbuka. Again, he has come on as one of the better receivers in just all of the NFL. I mean, just a great player he is and is going to be. Josh Grizzard, the Buccaneers offensive coordinator, replacing Liam Cohen, who's had a pretty good year in Jacksonville. 2nd and 10 at the 38. Mayfield in the gun. He drops back, looking to his left. He's moving to his left, now moving to his right, moving to his left. Oh, and down he goes. So much movement that he goes down. Pierce Jr. on the sack, and that's a big sack, loss of 5. So 3rd and 15 coming up for the Buccaneers. Baker lost there. He did. I don't know what he was trying to find something, just couldn't. So 3rd and 15. As they will need to get to the 28 for a brand new set of downs. Baker in the gun. He drops back. He's looking. He fires over the middle. It is caught at the 25. And he's going to be touched down at the 19-yard line. There is a flag. So I don't know. The Falcons pointing to the Buccaneers. Baker's pointing to the Falcons. Illegal contact. Oh, man. Again, a play. That's a penalty that always seems to show up on third down. Didn't really matter, though, this time as the Buccaneers got it the old-fashioned way with their offense. Again, a good play there. Gain of 25 as the Buccaneers are inside the red zone. Oh, man. You could argue that was on Buka. Looking at the replay there, kind of pushed him down. Regardless, I don't think the Buccaneers will complain. So 1st and 10 here for them. Again, they are in the red zone. They're at the 20. As Mayfield in the gun. He sends a man in motion. He drops back. He's looking to his left. Now over the middle. He fires. It is caught at the 2 and dropped immediately. Did he get in? Referee going to come in and they're going to mark him short. They're going to say he's down at the goal line. Oh, never mind. Touchdown, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As the touchdown turkey. Yes, he's still here, folks. He's watching on the side. He likes it. As the Buccaneers strike first. Again, kind of a delayed call. As he was hit immediately. Oh, man, I think he might be a little short, to be honest with you. He might be a little short. It might be like a few inches there. Took a big hit again. Hit immediately. Did he get hit across 2 yards? I don't know. Gobbler, yep. Roll Bucks, says Anthony. Appreciate you, Anthony, for tuning in. Turkey, yeah, turkey. Yeah, we need to get a turkey emote. So Terry McCauley going I guess the replay guy that they're looking back here. He's saying it's initially short. Don's saying he's short. Who is it? I believe McMillan. I want to say it's McMillan. I don't know. Yeah, I noticed it wasn't popping up on the feed here. I want to say McMillan with the catch, but I don't know. Number 11. I know that not much. I don't know the name. I didn't really get to see the name on the jersey. So for the moment, it's ruled a touchdown. They are going to take a look at it. So Buccaneers might be up. I don't really know. But the replay showed that he might be a little short. So it might be 0-0, but it would be 1st and goal. What's up, guys? It's football time. Fire Canada. Oh, yeah, I need to fire that guy. It seems like his policies and offense is still in Pittsburgh. Big game tonight, Monday. Well, it's a big game tonight. Again, the Buccaneers, they lose tonight. They find themselves behind the Panthers. Touchdown's going to be overturned. So that was indeed Jalen McMillan. And it looks like they're going to mark it down at the 1. They're still in commercial break, so we'll have to wait. Do they have ACC refs tonight? Looks like it. ACC refs always happen. Touchdown confirmed. Paul, I'm seeing something different here. We'll see, though. You might be right. Maybe that's right. Could be wrong. Oh, he's short. I got Irving touchdown. Gotcha. Yeah, Bucky Irving, man. He's good. He's good. He's good. Again, appreciate you guys for all tuning in. Thank you again. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. I really do enjoy talking to you guys. The chat will always be a big part of this channel. So make sure, again, to chat down below. There you go. I mean, I don't know. Again, of course, I will be calling the game whenever the game is on. But yeah, again, the chat is a very big part. Of course, I do have a poll. I always have a poll. Let me know who you think is going to win tonight. So right now, 61% of you guys with the Buccaneers. So that must mean 39% are with the Falcons. Hold on. Yep, he's going to be short. It's going to be short, so they're going to mark it, maybe 3 inches away. That's a pretty good spot. Usually they're like, yeah, he's down inches short. They're going to put the ball at the 1. No, it's a pretty good spot there. As Baker's under center, he drops back. He floats it to the end zone. It is incomplete. Well, they went with the goal line fade there. Mike Evans, the intended receiver, incomplete. So look at that. They decide to go with Evans. A lot of contact there, but he can argue again both ways. I don't really like that play at all. I think it's the dumbest play of all. Again, a goal line fade. Never really works. Maybe a percentage of about 10%. Mayfield under center. Tucker in the backfield. Vita Vea also in as a fullback. He hands it off up the middle. He's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No, who did I say? Vera Tucker? Sean Tucker. Who's Vera Tucker? I'm going to look that up. Anyway, the touchdown. Turkey loves it, despite me not knowing who it was. Big play there as the Buccaneers open up the scoring as I look at to see who the heck this guy, who did I say? Oh, Vera Tucker is the guard, the football guard. That's right. I'm like, what the? Vera Tucker. Rushing touchdown. Yep. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. It is good. Buccaneers 7, Falcons nothing with 1:38 left to go in the fourth quarter. Sean Tucker taking it up the gut. Touchdown Turkeys. Oh, yeah, we're a touchdown turkey channel. Arg, no Bucky. Is that a Pirates thing or just, that's probably, yeah, that's what it was. Arg. Yeah, no, they went with the third string running back to get the touchdown. Might as well. Buccaneers, they hate you when it comes to fantasy, I guess. That's what it is. I mean, they were trying to get a touchdown with McMillan. No, not Evans, not Igbuka. I think Chris Godwin, was there. Maybe I'm wrong there, but no, McMillan. Love the cream skull. Oh yeah, no, big fan of the throwbacks. I love both. Had I known, I would have used the appropriate the logos for the thumbnail. I did not know that though. It is what it is, I guess. Celebrating to the start to my 3-day weekend tonight. Nice. Good stuff there, Chris. Hope it's not the Trey Tucker from the Raiders either. No, it is not. No. Nope, I just didn't know what I was talking about. And I have this guy. I picked him up for a few weeks on fantasy. All right, again, the Buccaneers scoring 7-0 as we are about to resume this one. The Falcons, again, their last drive, it started off pretty well, but the penalties kind of did them in. They were forced to punt. As here is the kickoff. That's going to be booted into the end zone for a touchback. Not a good kick there. Again, I feel like anyone that kicks into the end zone doesn't know what they're doing. Or it's scripted. It is what it is, I guess. Bijan Robinson. 26 games with 100 scrimmage yards, the most in the NFL since 2023. Bijan is just one of the best in the game, if not the best. I think he is the best running back in all of football. I really believe that. He's just so impressive. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons as they have it at their own 35. Cousins is under center. 2 receivers left, sending Pitts in motion. As Cousins sends him in motion again. He drops back. Play action. Cousins looking. He fires. It's caught at the 45. He's at the 50, the 45, and diving forward across the 40-yard line. That's a big play there. And that is an Atlanta Falcons first down. Just a simple, I think that's a slant route. Just floating it barely. Just very little arm strength on that throw. Didn't need to be when he was that wide open. So again, a brand new set of downs for the Falcons. They're in Tampa Bay territory at the Tampa Bay 39. Cousins under center. Sending a man in motion as he takes the snap and hands it off. This is Robinson down the left side, cutting inside, and is tripped up around the 36-yard line. Gain of 3. Of course, there's a flag. You think Gibbs won, Bijan close to? That's fair. Looks like there is a hold on Matthews. And again, another penalty. That's going to force him to go back. I want to say it's Jake Matthews. I honestly don't remember. Is that guy afraid of contact? Yeah, the big tight end just diving forward. Not trying to get the... I mean, I guess you could say he's getting the extra yards diving, but definitely would have probably gotten some more yards had he just continued to run. So 1st and 20 as the Falcons have to back up. They're at the Tampa Bay 49 now. Trips left, one receiver to the right. Sending Robinson in motion as he hands it off. This is Robinson. Robinson at the 45 and dropped at the 41-yard. I think I said Robinson in motion. That was not accurate. Gain of 8. Gain of 8 there for Bijan. That is probably going to be the last play of this first quarter. Looks like it will be. So, 7-0 is your score. Buccaneers leading the Falcons. As the Falcons, though, have it in Tampa Bay territory. And we, of course, will resume this one whenever we come back. And I, of course, have to change my dang batteries in my Xbox controller. I know, it's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure, again, to chat down below and talk about whatever you like. I really do try to respond to as many people as I can. The chat will always be a big part of the channel, so don't hesitate to talk about football, man. I love talking football. Football is it probably still is, my entire personality for a very long time. Still is. So yeah, feel free to chat football. I love talking football with you guys as I call the game again. Of course, the game takes priority. That's why you're here. But you know, in between plays, in between commercials, like right now, boom, that's what I do. Oh, Patriot Jim from Oregon. Jim from Oregon. Oh, a Patriot. So I'm a little lost there, Jim. I believe you're talking about yourself, Jim from Oregon. So I remember that name, right? I think. But, and then, of course, we got Roll Bucks there by Anthony. So I was just saying, chat in the comments, and I'm like, now I don't know what you guys are saying. So, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I really do. I'm sorry, Jim. I think I'm just confused, I guess. Watching from Argentina. Appreciate you, Paul, for watching from Argentina. Broadcasting here from the United States. So, yeah, appreciate you guys. Look at that. Worldwide. I'm not Pitbull, but I am worldwide. But yeah, I don't know. Do you guys, of course, I'm assuming you guys, some of you guys Buccaneers fans, do you guys think you'll be able to hold off the Panthers? Again, the Panthers have been kind of on a roll as of late. I don't know, any Buccaneers fans said, hey, you know, we're not playing well as of late. The Panthers may take it. Now, I do believe you guys have yet to play. So there is that part that, hey, you know, if you guys pretty much sweep the other guy, then I think the division is yours. I could be wrong, but I don't think you guys have played yet. Yeah, no, you guys play in 2 of the last 3 weeks. That is pretty terrible scheduling, but that'll be interesting. So the winners of those games, I mean, if you guys split, of course, then it comes down to the other games. This tonight would be a big game, and of course, the game in between. But yeah, that is, man, there'll be some interesting stuff here. Maybe I call one of those games. Yeah, and you never know. I do bets around the NFL, folks. If you're wondering, you know, if this is your first time here, the Buccaneers have called 3 times, the Falcons twice. So this is the 4th Buccaneers game, 3rd Falcons game. Not just primetime games. So, 2nd and 12 as Cousins drops back. He's looking, he fires to Robinson. Robinson makes a guy miss. He's at the 40, bouncing it outside, and is pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Gain of 6. As Robinson, again, he's so shifty. Making the first guy miss. You can pretty much guarantee that he's going to make one guy miss. I mean, he's just very impressive. Panthers win the division. Patriots win the division. Interesting. They are up, but this is a big game this weekend. 3rd and 5. Cousins drops back. He's looking. He fires. It's caught at the 25. And Sills is dropped at the 24-yard line. Gain of 10. And that is an Atlanta Falcons first down. You're just checking it out. I appreciate you, Jim. I'm sorry. I just did not know nothing. I appreciate you, Jim, though, for checking in. Go Bucks, says Minister Dante Vargas. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Right now, the Buccaneers leading, but the Falcons are driving. They're at the Tampa Bay 24 as Kirk is in the gun, and he takes the snap, but there is a flag, and it's going to be against the Falcons. That's going to be the Falcons' 5th penalty of this game. We're just starting the second quarter. Don't know anything about the Bucs. Roll Bucs sounds better than roll Falcons. There we, I guess so. Go Pats. Bet San Francisco to win the division. If Seattle beats Los Angeles and San Fran wins out the division 7-1, we'll see. I don't know. That'll be interesting. It's possible though. Again, San Francisco 9-4, just a game back. As Cousins in the pistol, sending a man in motion. He takes the snap, hands it off. This is Robinson. Robinson at the 30, the 25, and dropped at the 24-yard line. Gain of 5. But there is another penalty, and we love penalties. Morris is happy about it, so I think it might be against the Buccaneers. So that's the first penalty of the game that goes against the Bucs. Again, already 5 for the Falcons, so you can see why Morris was pretty happy. Bowles doesn't look happy about it, but I guess, again, we've already had 5 penalties for the Falcons. Man. Salutations, friends. Hope all is well. Go Bucs. Yeah, all is well. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Thank you. We have a decent game here as the Falcons in Tampa Bay territory. They're in the red zone, actually, as Cousins is at the 20 in the pistol. Trips to the right to 1 to the left. Cousins drops back. He pump fakes. He's moving to his right. He spikes into the ground. Incomplete. Sills, the 5th, was in the area, so you can say that there's no grounding. But nothing doing there. That's actually Cousins' first incompletion of the night. The penalty penguin. There you are, right? The penalty penguin. We need everything. The field goal foul. The penalty penguin. I don't know. We'll see about all that. 2nd and 10 here. Cousins is in the pistol once again. 2 receivers to each side. Cousins drops back, looking to his left. He fires. It's caught at the 15 and dropped at the 13-yard line. Gain of 7. That was a nice contested catch there by Sills. Makes it 3rd and manageable for the Falcons. Do not bet if you do not have the money that you can afford this. Oh, yeah, no, that's for sure. Who's got the ball? We have the Falcons with the ball. It's going to be a 3rd and 4. Only a gain of 6 there for Sills. As, again, they need to get to the 9. They're at the 13. In the gun is Cousins. Strips to the right. 1 receiver to the left. He takes the snap. Drops back. Looking to his left. Down to the right. Fires. Oh, a miscommunication with Robinson and Cousins. Incomplete. Cousins looking in disbelief. Robinson ran in. Cousins was looking for an out route. And the Falcons will have to bring on their field goal unit. U.S. Navy considered Buccaneers in the Caribbean there? I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, Falcons. Yep. The field goal frog. Yeah. No, someone said field goal chicken. I'm like, well, I don't know. That doesn't really compute. So the field goal foul. I'm like, oh, well, there you go. The field goal foul it's a chicken. Here is the 31-yard attempt. It is up. It is good. 7-3 is your score. Buccaneers leading over the Falcons as the Falcons now on the scoreboard. There is a flag, and it's going to be against the Bucs. Oh, and they're going to wipe away the 3. Look at that. Wow, and Todd Bowles, he can't believe it. He has a half smile, half like, what the heck? Interesting. Oh, come on. That is a pretty terrible offsides call. He definitely got back. Regardless, it's going to extend the drive for the Falcons. So 1st and goal at the 8. And Falcons won, Panthers will be in first place in the NFC South. Yep, but again, they, of course, still need a win on Sunday If they do not, then they'll go back to second. To my understanding, that is the case. That is the case there. All right, Cousins in the gun. 2 receivers to the right, sending a man in motion. Cousins drops back. He's looking. He fires on the middle. It's caught at the 5. Pitts jumps in and scampers in. Touchdown, Atlanta Falcons. And the touchdown turkey. He loves touchdowns, folks. He's unbiased. He just loves touchdowns as the Falcons are an extra point away from tying it up. He was wide open again on the crossing route. Just some drags over the middle crossing. There you go. I mean, that was as easy as can be for Kyle Pitts and the Falcons. ACC refs working their magic, yep. Gonzalez on to attempt the extra point, the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. It is right down the middle as it's 7-7. 12-11 left to go here in the second quarter. Falcons tying it up on the touchdown pass from Cousins to Pitts. Bad call, good outcome. Yep, for the Falcons supporters it is. For the Buccaneers supporters, do not like it. They hate it. They hate it, absolutely. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Actually, now I'm really looking at it. Let me see here. Let's take out Amazon. No, wait. We need to do that. Get rid of that. That's fine. That's right. That's what we want to do. There we go. I think that's just better. That's better. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. As, again, the chat is forever a big part of the channel. So don't hesitate to chat down below. Feel free to vote in the poll. 64% of you guys with the Buccaneers tonight. 36% with the Falcons. And, of course, again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe to the channel. Helps out the channel a lot. Of course, again, I'll be going on tomorrow on Friday. We got 2 games for you on Saturday and then 3 games for you on Sunday. So, again, a lot of stuff happening, of course, this week when it comes to streaming. And, of course, Monday Night Football, Steelers, and Dolphins. Of course, I'm going to do that. Appreciate you, man. Look at that. Big matchups. Yeah, no, we got huge matchups this week, man, Joseph. It is a lot of stuff. A lot of good stuff happening on Sunday. Hey, how are you doing? Doing good here. Good to hear that, Laney. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. We got a good game tonight so far. 7-7, of course. Good evening, Avery. How's it going? Cowboys fan there. I'll be covering the Cowboys-Vikings game on Sunday night. I'm sure you're excited for that one, as I guess the Raiders win over the Eagles, and of course the Cowboys win on Sunday night means it's a 1-game difference there. Again, a lot of stuff has to happen. Again, the Raiders have to go into Philly. That'd be pretty tough. I don't know. Both these teams just aren't good. No hate, but I'm just not impressed. Not sure why they're playing Cousins. He just throws the ball to no one half the time. Well, hey, tonight he's 8 for 10, 83 yards and a touchdown. It's looking pretty good statistically. And again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Fielded in the end zone. Now they're going to say, was he in the end zone or outside the end zone? I don't know. It's going to be at the 35 or the 20. We'll see. Sub and like for the doc. Oh, yeah, helps a lot. Pickett starting. Is he actually starting? That's awesome. How many bowl games going to cover? As many as I can. That is the goal, Anthony. I want to cover as much as possible. Take advantage of this football that is about to leave us for a very, very long time. I don't want to think about the end of football season, but it's coming. Of course, that means we'll be doing some college basketball, hockey, and then, of course, baseball starts in March. So, but yeah, now football, though, is my number one. It always will be. I love football. Even if this team wants to hate me and not actually win in the playoffs, I love football, despite what they make me feel for 6 months. It's actually disgusting. 1st and 10 at the 20. They said he was They said he was in play. Mayfield under center. As he takes a step and hands it off up the middle. He's at the 25 and tumbles down to about the 28-yard line. Nice run there. I believe that was Bucky Irving on the carry. Gain of 8. Your Falcons are somehow going to completely blow this game. Well, I mean, I don't know, but I mean, 7-7. You know, it's not really a. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. They're saying Rivers going to start too. Are they really? I didn't hear that, but that is wow. 2nd and 1. That's a pretty good spot there. Mayfield under center, receivers to each side, sending a man in motion. He takes a snap, play action, drops back. Mayfield steps up. He's moving, trying to evade. He cannot. That is a sack. And of course, there's a flag. Why not? We've had so many tonight. Holding on the defense, and that is an automatic first down. Can he cover the Duke Bowl game? Well, we'll see. I don't know. I will try. YouTube changed things on their app on my TV, and I'm like, yeah, I saw that. Or I was watching YouTube earlier as well. Not a fan of it. I'm actually looking forward to seeing Rivers again, just see what 5 years does to him, man. It'll be interesting. Yeah, 44-year-old quarterback. That is, man. So, again, it is an automatic first down for the Buccaneers. Referees blowing it dead again, but I don't know. There's no flag or anything. Morris is looking pretty confused. That's my face. Bowles as stoic as ever. 1st and 10 at the 34. In the gun is Mayfield sending a man in motion. That is Tucker as he hands it off to Tucker down the left side. He cuts inside the 35 and pushed down at the 40-yard line. Gain of 6. Nice run there by Tucker. Again, he scored the touchdown earlier. Raiders beat the Eagles. Get out of Philly. It will burn the crowd. Jeez. Possibly, yep. This is pure rage bait. This guy, Chatora. You're this guy, Chatora. Not a happy camper. 2nd and 4 here at the 40 as Mayfield is under center. He hands it off. This is Irving. Oh, runs into a flock of Falcons. Nothing doing there. That is a big loss. As the O-line for the Buccaneers for a change is manhandled on the ground. Again, run blocking has been very good for the Buccaneers. Pass blocking, not so much. That is a loss of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8 for the Buccaneers. The NFL must be super desperate to get more people to watch. I don't know. I have no idea. What are your thoughts on Cam Newton's comments on not being considered? Cam, I don't know. Yeah, not, I don't know. 3rd and 8. Mayfield drops back. He pump fakes. He's moving to his right. Mayfield evading pressure. Pump fakes again. Throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. A little bit over the head of Evans. No flag. Buccaneers fans or Buccaneers players calling for a flag. Oh, well, now there is. I guess I do have thoughts on Cam. I think he's just an idiot, to be honest. An eligible player downfield, that's going to be against the Buccaneers, so not the flag that they are looking for. And that will result in a Buccaneers punt. We got Aaron Rodgers now, Phillip Rivers. Yep, bringing it all back. I guess thinking the rules can help him with how it's played nowadays. I don't know. We'll see how Rivers does. This is pure rage, man. I don't know about all that there, Chatura. As the Buccaneers will be punting. Here is the punt. That is Dixon. That is fielded at the 19. Not a good punt. He's at the 20, the 25, and dropped at the 29-yard line. Falcons Secondary is holding every play. Yeah, not looking good here. So, going to be 1st and 10 for the Falcons whenever we come back. Yeah, I don't know. I think Cam just, I don't think he's aware that he was also not pretty good. He was pretty bad, actually, whenever he was last in the NFL. So I don't know. I don't really know what he was kind of expecting. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't. I have no idea. I have no idea really what to say other than I don't know. Cam wasn't really good. Even his MVP year, he was still a 60% passer. I'm not even kidding. 60% is not good. I can actually pull it up for you if you'd like. I'm not trying to dog on anybody. I'm just saying, I don't know, Cam. You weren't as good as you think you were, especially towards the end of the career. Let's go ahead and go to full screen here. Look at his last year. Went 0-5 in Carolina. I forgot he went back to Carolina and threw 55% completion rate. That is just bad. Especially with all the rules now. That is just not good. So, it's kind of Phillip, again, completely, he's old. Again, this was a year prior. This was 2021, his last year. 2020, Phillip wasn't terrible. His 2020 year, 24 touchdowns, threw for over 4,000 yards, completed 68% of his throws. So he can make the argument. He kind of still had it. 7 yards in attempt. This is actually a lot better than I thought. 11 yards completion. That's pretty good. Man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's going to do well. I don't think he's going to do well at all. But, we'll see. We'll see how it goes here. All right, what's on your Christmas list? I don't really have one. I don't really have a Christmas list. How about you, Joseph? How about you, man? Cam roasting Coleman videos is dang funny, though. I guess I haven't seen that. Cam needs the money. I think it's I don't know. 10 kids. He lost the Superman cape. Yeah, again, he was pretty fun to watch. And again, obviously you earned MVP. He was great. But even as a passer, though, he still wasn't all that great. Only 60% completion. That is not good. Hands it off up the middle of Robinson at the 30. Oh, he breaks it outside the 35. He's at the 40, the 45, 50, 45, and jogs out of bounds at the 41-yard line. But, of course, there's a flag. I don't know. It got us talking about it. So I think that's what Cam was looking for there. As that's going to be a hold, and that's going to negate this huge run by Robinson. Again, I think he's the best running back in the league. He's so good. He really is. This game is in Tampa. Yeah, it's in Tampa. Rivers needs the money, too. I guess they both have it. Yeah, his wardrobe might cost more than he makes. I don't know. He definitely has some interesting attire. I wouldn't wear that. I personally wouldn't have the big hat and all the suits. I'm not a suit guy. But I don't know. It is what it is. 1st and 11 here at the 28 as Cousins under center sends a man in motion. He takes a snap and is not going to do anything because there's a flag. False start, and that'll back him up 5. Jimado jersey would be cool. Unfortunately, they are unobtainable at the moment, at least until July. Oh, okay. I didn't know about all that. That's interesting. He tore into Coleman on the Bills on his show, and someone edited, and it's doing triple platinum. Oh, really? That's cool. Oh, Keon Coleman. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, saw a lot of people rip into him. I watch First Things First. I don't know if you guys know that show with Nick Wright, Chris Broussard. I love that show. They did a number on him. Hands it off of the middle. It's at the 25, the 30. Robinson at the 35 and is dropped at the 36-yard line. Oh, what a run there by Bijan Robinson. Makes it 2nd and 3. Gain of 13 yards. Costing Bijan points. Well, hey, you got some there. So 2nd and 3 for the Falcons. Robinson in the backfield. Cousins under center, ball at the 36. Sends a man in motion. That is Pitts as Cousins hands it off. This is Robinson. He cuts inside and is brought down at the 40-yard line. Gain of 4. And that is an Atlanta Falcons first down. Let's see here. This guy, Chor, still not happy with the refs. Big play. Yeah, no, it's, yeah, I mean, Robinson, I don't know. I think he's the best. I really do. Of course, again, Gibbs is great. I think I said he was actually, whenever I was covering the Lions game, I said that Gibbs was the second best. But, yeah, no, I really believe Robinson is running back one. He's just, again, he's playing for the 4-9 Falcons. You won't hear about him much. As Cousins drops back, play action, steps up, throws it over the middle. It is incomplete. Oh, we had Mooney open. Of course, Cousins was under heavy duress. Not able to complete that. That's a bummer. As Mooney, again, was wide open down the field. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Falcons. Holden pulling for the Falcons, of course, again. Holden, a Panthers fan. Jonathan, I know, is a Panthers fan. As, the Panthers could be in first place after tonight if the Falcons were to come away with the win. Would be kind of a shock. But, again, division games, anything could happen. Both teams haven't played well as of late. As Cousins drops back in the gun. He's looking. He floats it down the right sideline. It is. Oh, what a catch. Did he get his both feet in? We'll see. The referee's going to talk about it. Are they? Morris is saying, come on, they're going to just stop the clock. No call has been made yet. I mean, this was a great catch. Did he get? There's one. Oh, yeah, no, definitely. The ball was bobbling and the second foot was out of bounds. Incomplete. But what an effort by Robinson. Falcons are great big birds of prey, not so much in football. Yeah. Oh, man, the Falcons, for most of my life, they've actually been a good team. Of course, again, we just, know about the postseason struggles of them. But they've been a good team. Just haven't been able to put it together for a run. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Falcons. As Robinson and Pitts making up 123 yards of the offense, 23 for the rest of the team. Cousins in the gun. They need to get across the 50 for a brand new set of downs. Cousins drops back. He's looking. He fires. It's caught, but it doesn't matter because there is a flag. And Morris, you can see him walking. False starts on the Falcons. Penalties on Bijan. Morris is wanting an explanation. No catch. Great effort, though. It was great. Yeah, only 1 foot in. How's it going, Coffee Beans? Appreciate you for tuning in. I know you're tuning in to the Streamer Awards. Maybe I make the Streamer Awards one day. Yeah, look at that. That'll be in the future. No, probably not. 3rd and 15 for the Falcons. Again, they need to get to the 50 for a brand new set of downs. As Cousins is in the shotgun, sending Mooney in motion. He drops back. Way back. Steps up, dumps it off. This is Pitts. Pitts is at the 40. It's at the 45 and is dropped at the 47-yard line. Nice catch and run. Gain of 11, but is going to be short of the line to gain. We'll see what they do. They're lining up to go for it. We got Street Fighter movie next year. Oh, wow. I'm not really a Street Fighter guy. Would love to see a Soul Calibur movie, though. Looks like there's an injured Buccaneer. And we may have to step away here. Again, 6:44 left to go in the first half. 7-7. Looks like that is Zion McCollum. Yeah, and he's also a solid defensive back there for the Buccaneers. Again, Dean already. Again, he's been hurt. No word on if he's back. I think he is back in the game. I see him there. McCollum, now the second Buccaneer to be injured there. 4th and 3, yeah. Ever seen a Falcon catch another bird? It's amazing to witness. I don't think so, no. They're going to have Roman Reigns or Cody, probably Cody Rhodes. Interesting. Who got hurt? Zion McCollum. So 4th and 3. As they have it at the 47, the Falcons are going to be punting. As Cousins, Now on the sideline, he's exchanging words with a coach. See lots of street fights in LA? Yeah, I'd imagine so. Pinion back to punt. There's the snap, and here is the punt. Pinion sends it away, as that's going to bounce at the 4 and roll into the end zone for a touchback. So the Buccaneers will take over with 6:29 left to play. They'll have it at their own 20 with a chance to take the lead. Again, 7-7 in Tampa Bay. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. Of course, let me know who you think is going to win tonight. 62% of you guys with the Buccaneers, 38% with the Falcons. So that's what we have here tonight in a NFC South matchup. Again, Buccaneers will lose. The Panthers take control of the NFC South for, I guess, at least 3 days. And, of course, again, if they win on Sunday, then things get a little interesting. So, yeah, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in to this one. Again, I know there's a lot of people calling this game. In fact, I'm looking at some of my, channels that I get along with. Again, everyone calling this game pretty much. That's how it works. So, again, if you do like a lot of what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. I do call as many football games as I can. Of course, this Sunday I'll be calling 3. And keep in mind, yes, you can see I'm a Steeler fan. Oh, man. Oh, we don't need to follow another Steeler channel. Well, again, this Steeler channel does cover other games as well as additional to the Steelers. Not just prime time either. Because, again, I'm going live for the first window of games. Going to be doing the Bengals and the Ravens. That's a big AFC North matchup there. And then the second window will be Lions and the Rams. So hopefully I'll see you there for a few of them. Dr. DeLay sounds like he listens to a lot of Kevin Harlan. Oh, yeah, of course. Kevin Harlan is awesome. He's one of the greats. He is one of the greats of broadcasting. I love Ian Eagle. He's my favorite. But Kevin Harlan is great. Everyone loves Kevin Harlan. I can see why. Again, he's great. He's one of the best ever. So I appreciate that, Marty. Appreciate the kind words. But yes, Kevin Harlan. I mean, honestly, I kind of prefer watching CBS over Fox. There's many reasons why. The graphics are just better, the presentation is better, but the commentators are just so much better. And again, you get Jim Nantz, Ian Eagle, Kevin Harlan on CBS. You don't really get that many great ones on Fox. Kevin Burkhardt's pretty good. I think he's underrated. After that, though, on Fox, I don't know. Mayfield drops back. He's looking. He dumps it off, and it's incomplete. Pass intended for Irving. You got Adam Amin. Adam Amin. He's I don't know. Then there's Kenny Alberts. Yeah, I don't really. I don't know. He's been doing it for a while now, but. Yeah, he's okay. This Michigan coach stuff's actually insane. Yeah, no, it's a tough situation all the way around. It really is. It really is. 2nd and 10 here for Mayfield and the Bucs. As he's in the shotgun, he drops back, swings it out. It's caught by Godwin as he's still moving his feet, but is brought down at the 24-yard line for a gain of 4. The Buccaneers again have their top receivers back. Can they take advantage of that? Right now, tonight, not so much. Only 5 for 12, 69 yards for Baker. We ride with Dr. DeLay. There we go. Appreciate it. Hate how YouTube has like 3 or 4 unskippable ads now. It's ridiculous. It really is. 3rd and 6. They need to get to the 34. Brandis into downs. Mayfield in the gun. 2 receivers to each side as he sends a man in motion. He drops back. He's looking to his right. He fires. It is caught at the 35 and runs out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Gain of 12, and that is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer first down. Do you see JG9's video about the monsters? No, I haven't. I've been wanting to, though. Just exit the stream and go back 2 or 3 times. Eventually there won't be an ad. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Do you remember when there was the game with no announcers? I I don't know. I think I've heard about the game. I don't know if I've seen footage. I probably have seen footage. I don't think I watched it live, though. 1st and 10 at the 36. As Mayfield takes a snap, rolls to his left. He fires. It's caught at the 40. Igbokwe still on his feet. Breaking tackles at the 45. And dropped at the 48-yard line. That's a nice gain there. And that is a first down for the Buccaneers, as we're ticking under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Play action moving to his left. Igbokwe just wide open. Breaking tackle from Kobe Bryant there. Doesn't have that Mamba mentality, missing tackles there, as it's 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. They are at their own 48, sending a man in motion. He drops back, play action. Mayfield looking. He fires down the right side. It is caught at the 33 and dropped immediately. That's a big play. That is a gain of 19, and the Buccaneers looking pretty good. Again, Kobe Bryant on the coverage. And you get the sense that they're kind of picking on him as McCollum heads to the locker room. Again, hopefully he's okay. Big plays all of a sudden. Again, he's throwing when McMillan hasn't even turned yet. Very impressive stuff there by Mayfield and McMillan. Of course, that's what NFL players do. 1st and 10 at the 33. Mayfield is in the pistol. He takes the snap and hands it off. This is Irving down the right side, spinning around. Oh, and he's met by Ellis. Ellis brings him down for a gain of 1. Ellis is talking a lot of noise after that one. NFL game without announcers took place on December 20th, 1980, between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins, and is often referred to as the announcerless game. Yeah, I think I do know what you're talking about. I would have only seen footage of it. Remember when Dennis Miller was an announcer? He was very funny in his own way. Dennis Miller. Yeah, I don't recall him. The name's familiar. I just don't remember his voice or anything like that. 2nd and 9 is Mayfield in the shotgun. He fires. It's caught. Never mind. It is not caught. It is dropped as Evans took a big hit. He leaps up to make the catch, and the defender makes a big hit at his legs, and almost a scary-looking tackle there. Again, Bryant on the coverage. This time, though, Bryant just driving through. Ooh, just a scary-looking fall there, but a good play by Bryant. That's what you need to do. So 3rd and 9 coming up. 3rd and 9 for the Buccaneers. Looks like there's going to be a timeout, Tampa Bay. So big 3rd down here. They will step away most likely. 2:54 left to go in this one. I feel like this game has kind of moved fast. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just tripping there. Love when Dennis. I'll have to look into him. He's got a good first name, I can tell you that. What's up? I just found this channel. How's it going, Dakota? Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Welcome on in. Hopefully you enjoy what you're listening to. He and Michaels elevated the intelligence level. Baker trying to get Evans. Yeah. It was would it be like watching a game on mute? The announcerless? I mean, I'd imagine so. I mean, I remember the Steelers-Lions, I guess they had mic issues for a little bit, so they didn't have any announcers, and it was actually pretty cool. I mean, they had the crowd noise. It was pretty neat. 3rd and 9 for the Buccaneers. Again, they need to get to the 23 for a brand new set of downs. Baker in the gun, sending a man in motion. He drops back. He's looking over the middle. He steps up. Now he's running backwards. Steps up again as Baker. Pump fakes. He's going to take off and run, and that won't result in much as he's dropped at the 31-yard line. All that for a gain of 1. And you have to imagine Tampa Bay will take the 3 points. You hope your Bears make the playoffs this year. They probably will. They probably will there, Dakota. We'll see. Most likely, but I guess you never know. The Lions definitely want in. And right now the Bears are at the 7, Lions at the 8. So interesting results could happen Sunday, and that might flip. I'm not too sure. This is a 49-yard attempt from the right hash. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. It is good. And the Buccaneers take a 10-7 lead with 2:04 left to go in the first half. It's not just you, man. It's moving fast. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that. It's actually very entertaining. There's historical battles discussed. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I just, again, with the announcerless game, I'd have to look into that. And into Dennis Miller as well. I've heard of the name. I just don't know how he sounds like. Don't really know his style. Chris showing off the Packers. Yep, got Packers emotes. Packers fans make up a big portion of the channel. So I've just elected to leave them in my emotes. I do have to update them for this week, though. Actually, I can leave the Bengals Ravens. Look at that. It all works out. It all works out. I really need to pay more attention to emotes. You just have to click all these buttons, and then, I don't know. Then they have to be the right size. It's all stupid. So the pictures I have, again, I have logos for every team, but I can't use all those logos. I have to actually find other logos that match. It's all dumb. It is all dumb there. So 2:04 left. I guess they're going to go ahead and kick off here to get us to the 2-minute warning as McLaughlin boots it away. That is going to be booted into the end zone for a touchback. I think when healthy, Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in the league. He just can't stay healthy, and it doesn't help when your defense gives up 400 points a game. Interesting. So I guess, again, I respectfully disagree. I think Burrow is a great quarterback, of course. And obviously, I guess you're probably bringing up Burrow because of his comments, about retiring, or not really hinting at it. Maybe he's hinting at it, like, hey, I'm not having fun anymore, thinking about stuff and all that. Yeah, I get it. My thing is, I don't really mean to rip Burrow here. We'll hold off Hold off 1 second here. Cousins in the pistol. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to left. Ball at the 35. Cousins drops back. He swings it out. It's Robinson. Robinson at the 30. He's at the 35, the 40, and is dropped at the 45-yard line. Gain of 10, and that is a 2-minute warning there. Buccaneers leading 10-7. Falcons with the ball. So my thing is with Burrow, again, he wanted the Bengals to get both the receivers, keep Chase, pay him all that money. Now you're paying, then you want another number 1 receiver in T. Higgins. So you really can't blame, in my opinion, again, it's just me, you can't really blame the Bengals for not having a great defense when you pretty much have all the resources on the offensive side of the ball. You can't really just be shocked, oh, wow, we allowed 30 points again. Well, I don't know. I mean, that's just, to me, that wasn't very wise of Burrow to, again, kind of try to put all the eggs in the offense. Now it is up to you. If all the money is on that side of the ball, that's the side of the ball that has to be the hero. That's how I feel about it. Of course, it kind of stinks for the Bengals fans. They've kind of seen this before. Many of you guys, your younger viewers, I don't know here. I don't know how many younger viewers there are, but at least people my age remember Carson Palmer, kind of the same thing there. He was, of course, a stud quarterback, and he was like, you know what, I'd rather retire than play for the Bengals. And of course he was traded. He was traded to the Raiders. I think he did retire. They ended up trading him to the Raiders, the Oakland Raiders. Played a few seasons there, hit free agency, went to the Cardinals, and ended up doing pretty solid. So, I don't know. The Bengals, again, they've just been kind of a dysfunctional, not really dysfunctional, but just kind of a cheap organization. But also, again, Burrow, again, asked for them to kind of put their money on the offense. Mr. Rom, not happy with the Packers. Yep. Burrow's doing well overall. He needs to wear more Adidas gear. I don't really follow there, Anthony. This has turned into a very entertaining game so far. It's competitive, yeah. I mean, last season he had the most passing yards, the most touchdowns in the league, and they averaged 31 points, but the defense gave up 37. No, I totally get it, Dakota. No, trust me. Usually, though, when you do have a bad defense, it does mean you're going to put up more numbers. So let's just say you had the number 1 defense in the league. I doubt he puts up those numbers. That's usually a yin and yang there. Again, we have a viewer here with that name. It's all about balance. But I get what you're saying. Again, when you're asking, hey, keep Jamar Chase, keep T. Higgins, please keep all these weapons for me. Yeah, that means you can't pay the defense. Yeah, you can't be surprised. You can't be surprised when that defense is bad. Cousins in the gun. He lifts the leg. takes the snap and hands it off. This is Robinson at the 45, makes a guy miss, and is dropped at the 48-yard line. That is a gain of 3, and that is a Falcons first down. Palmer, boo, go Irish. Always, yeah, that's right, USC. That is why Tom Brady understood how to win. Have quality players around you. Do not take all the money. Exactly. He did take pay cuts, and as a result, the Patriots were very good for a very long time. 1st and 10, Cousins drops back. He's looking. He floats it down the right side. Oh, Pitts is wide open at the 30. He's at the 25 and is jumping and tackled down at the 17-yard line. That is an Atlanta Falcons first down as the clock continues to run at 1:20 and counting. So another good game. Yep. Who's your baseball team? The Pirates? Sadly there, Marty. Very sadly. Palmer was not a bad quarterback for us. Definitely better than Geno. Yeah, no, you guys had some 8-8 years with them. The team was just not that very good. It was pretty bad. 1st and 10 at the 17. As Cousins in the gun lifts the leg, takes the snap, drops back, looking over the middle. Cousins looking. He fires to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Atlanta Falcons! And the touchdown turkey, he loves it, man. He's a big fan of touchdowns. And the Atlanta Falcons have scored the last 2 touchdowns as they lead 13-10 with 38 seconds left to go in the first half. Boston Red Sox. Red Sox are good. Usually. Shout out to me. Oh, yeah. Hey, you're a legend, man. The league is better now. The league is better with Burrow in it, though. Oh, yeah, of course. I'm not saying he should retire. I'm just saying he kind of made his bed. You know, I'm not blaming him for how the Bengals have kind of always been. As there's the extra point. The extra point is up. The extra point is good. 14-10 Falcons leading. But I'm just saying, though, he's the one that pleaded, hey, we gotta have Higgins. That's $25-30 million that you could have used on the defense per year. That would get you some quality players. Let's see here. Plus, Burrow never had a great line until maybe last year. Yeah, again, they're trying to make all the offense work there. That's just again, I understand the defense is terrible, but there's really no money on that ball, on the side of the ball. So Burrow did make his bed. He's got to lay in it. Yeah, no, again, I don't want him to retire. No, the league is better with Burrow in it, of course. But, is he going to take a pay cut? Is he going to restructure and hey, let's get some defense? I mean, again, he's the one that wanted all these weapons. And there you go. Well, that's where the money is. Touchdown, Atlanta. Yep. Go Atlanta. Are you going to call Bears games or any Bears games? It's kind of random. So I've covered 4 Bears games already there, Dakota. We'll see. I'm sure I will, to be honest with you. It's very likely. Again, they will most likely make the playoffs. It'll be very interesting down the stretch, but they are in a decent spot. I don't know, maybe not a good spot, but a decent spot. Trying to hold off the Lions for that last spot. So I assure you I'll cover them in the playoffs. But again, I will see what I can do. A lot of good matchups down the stretch. Uncertain. Again, I know they play the Packers on a Saturday. We'll see how that goes. Again, college has been very good for me. So I don't know. I don't want to promise that I'm covering Packers Bears yet, but I'll be looking at it very closely. But yeah, it's kind of random. Like this week again, I'm covering Ravens, Bengals, Lions, and the Rams, and then of course the Sunday night game. That's just it's kind of random there, Dakota. Let's see here. The fabulous Falcons. Oh yeah, no, the retro uniforms are great. Trisk. Burrow needs to be a team player. Playoffs. $55 million a year for Burrow, kind of high if you want money for the. Yeah, no, exactly, Dakota. I mean, again, that's kind of the going rate for star quarterbacks, but again, there's other things to that. If he wants to, go ahead. Money's not important to me. I'm going to get my money in the endorsements. Go ahead and take $20 million off, spend it on the defense, get some players. Okay, I'm sure the Bengals won't mind. I'm sure they won't mind. Bears Packers says Sunday night. I think it's Saturday. No offense, but the guy is delusional about Joe Burrow. He's at least top 10. No, I don't think he's top 10. I mean, he's higher than that. As there's the kickoff return, that's going to be putting him. I actually didn't quite see there. I'm sorry about that. We'll see. But no, I mean, no, I think he's spot on. I think Burrow is, when healthy, is great. But I don't know. Again, there's some issues there. Like number 37. Nice. Thank you. I believe that's Carnell Lake, right? All right. So the Buccaneers will have it at their own 26 as Baker in the gun. He takes the snap, drops back. He's looking to his right. Pump fakes. Now escaping. Throws it over the middle. Oh, it's up in the air, and it's almost intercepted. Would have been a disaster for the Buccaneers. If you were a Disney Sweet Life of Zach and Cody fan, Esteban, this is a disaster. Would have been one there. Again, he throws it right into the defensive lineman. He didn't even put his hand up. He just kind of like one of those low highs, like you're kind of nervous. That's exactly what he did right there. And batted up in the air, incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Buccaneers. 25 seconds left here in the first half. Mayfield in the gun. He drops back. He's looking. He fires to his left. That is over the head of Evans. Incomplete. And just like that, 2 incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. There is a flag. Because why not? There's been a lot of flags in the past, in this half, really. Personal foul, face mask. Oh, that's a 15. And just like that, the Buccaneers are a few plays away from field goal range. That was Alford, who decides to try to poke Chris Godwin's eye out for some reason, getting his hand in his face mask. So 1st and 10 at their own 41 for the Buccaneers. 21 seconds left. Icon emoji for every time. Yeah, I really do need to figure that out. Happy Thursday. What's up? How's it going, Dan? Appreciate you for tuning in. As Mayfield in the gun, sending a man in motion. He drops back. He's looking. He steps up, fires down the left side. Wide open at the 30, sliding down to make the catch is Evans as he runs out of bounds at the 26. 13 seconds left, but again, the Buccaneers already in Atlanta territory. You like Phillip Rivers to the Colts, even? Yes. I mean, my team affiliation doesn't matter when it comes to other NFL opinions. But I don't know. We'll see how he plays. It's definitely a risk to sign a guy that hasn't played in 5 years, but maybe he does well. I kind of want to see him play, but I don't want to see him play poorly. I don't know. It'd be kind of sad if he played poorly. Baker drops back. He's looking to his right. He steps up. Oh, trying to escape is Baker, but they're going to whistle him dead. He kind of was escaping for a second, but unable to fully escape as they whistled him dead. That will be a sack. The Buccaneers calling a timeout with 6 seconds left. So I don't know what the Buccaneers will do here. Mayfield's still on the field. They're actually going to put an extra second there on the clock, so you have to assume they'll run a play. Let's see here. Money or title. Did I miss something? I probably did. I know it's off topic, but what do you think about the band Nickelback? There's a few songs that I like. I can't think of it. Well, maybe I liked. I don't think I have any of their songs actually in Spotify now. Not because of any reason. I just can't. I don't know. I'd have to listen to them again. It's been a while. 2nd and 18 coming up as Mayfield in the gun. He sends a man in motion, and it looks like the Falcons will take a timeout again. 7 seconds left. Go Bucks, says Anthony. But I think I like I think I like them. I'm pretty sure I did. I remember I listened to a few of them. Nickelback's first album. Yeah, again, I wouldn't know. Instead of Zebras, it should be Laundry Lions. Yeah. Pearl Jam better than Nickelback. They're a heavy band. If you listen to that stuff that no one knows, they're actually good instead of the popular song. Because they actually have heavy songs and not all pop. See, I actually like pop rock. I like Blink-182. I like, Green Day. Let's see. I'm trying to think of other ones. Linkin Park. Yeah, I like that type of rock. 2nd and 18, 7 seconds left. They have the ball at the Atlanta 34 as Mayfield's in the gun. He's looking, pump fakes. He's going to spike it down, incomplete. That was really awkward looking, and I hope I never see anything like that again, as there's 3 seconds left, and the Buccaneers will have to settle for a 52-yard field goal. The Beatles, that is, yeah, I don't know that, Paul. I'm good there. I'm good. I'm not much of a 60s, 70s guy. This is Chase McLaughlin. A 52-yard field goal. They're set up right down the middle. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. It is right down the middle. It is good. Good kick there, as the Buccaneers make it a 1-point game at the half. The Falcons leading 14-13. I believe Atlanta will receive the second half kickoff. They will. They will receive the second half kickoff. So I, of course, will be right here for halftime. It's about a 15-minute halftime. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Again, I'll be trying to, just trying to kill time here. Again, I do enjoy talking to you guys. Of course, this is a great opportunity to chat away, talk about football. We're talking about bands, though, so it is what it is. But, yeah, that's fine, too. The Goats, yeah, again, Interpol is a great band. I've heard of them. I don't think I've actually listened to a song. Songs like Because of You, Sign of a Bullet, Burned to the Ground are all heavy. Great songs. No one knows because they didn't get played on the radio. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. We'll see. I have to look into them more. It's been a while. What's the best Blink-182 album, and why is it Enema of the State? I don't know if I really listen to albums, to be honest with you. I guess I can tell you with the most songs that I have a Blink-182 playlist I actually made. So whatever, I guess the best, you could say the best album will be the most songs that I have. CCR, FFDP, yeah, I'm not familiar. Bye, Doc. I'll see you tomorrow. Go Falcons. Appreciate you holding for tuning in, man. Thank you again. Thank you again for tuning in. Let's see here. The Clash. Classic 80s. I like 80s. Actually, I have a lot of their newer stuff. I don't really like... I don't know if I can really use that logic, because I have more newer songs, but I don't really like the top tier of their Blink-182 songs or the older songs. So I don't really think I can use that logic. Oh man, now I don't know. Shoot. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I actually don't know then. I don't know what I can't really answer that question at this moment. I'll have to plead the fifth maybe another time. So I don't know. I'd have to think about that. How you doing tonight, my friend? Who do you have winning this game tonight? I think I picked the Buccaneers. Right now, the Falcons look pretty good. You cover the college playoffs? Oh, yeah. Seal Breeze, you know it. You know it, man. Maybe about 400 albums, all kinds of music. There we go. Sorry about switching the chat to talk about, oh, you're good, man. You're good. I mean, that's fine. Again, chat it up. I don't mind. I'm just not, like, when it comes to movies, songs, pop culture stuff, like, I just don't really, like, I don't know. I don't really have a broad knowledge of it. I really don't. Pop culture, I know nothing really about it. I just listen to my music, and that's pretty much it. I just watch what I watch when it comes to movies or entertainment, and that's it. Like, anything else outside of my bubble, I'm clueless. Pretty much, I'm clueless on things. What are the odds Panthers and Buccaneers make the playoff? Both of them very slim. We can look at it. Why has no one else heard of the Eels? I don't know. I've never heard of them. So let me go ahead and show you here. We can look at the playoff picture. So the odds, again, of both of them making the playoffs very slim. You can see why. Again, the number 7 seed in the NFC, and that's pretty much everybody in the right column there. The number 7 seed at 9-4. That is very impressive. And again, the odds of both of them making the playoffs very slim because, of course, one, the Buccaneers and Panthers both play each other twice. That is just, I mean, those are guaranteed losses to both of those teams, of course. Either one, whether it's a sweep, 1-1, whatever. So you're looking at 7 losses, best case scenario for both teams. And the way it's looking, the Bears, Niners, I mean, the Seahawks can lose out. They'll already be at 7 losses. You have to assume, again, they're going to win at least one more. And the Niners, Bears, most likely going to probably split down the stretch 2-2, you know. So very unlikely both teams make it. It's just very unlikely. Playoff probability for the Buccaneers, if they lose tonight, still at 53%, believe it or not. So they're still looking like they're in control. Panthers, if they lose against the Saints, will drop to 19%. So you do have that. Again, those are just probabilities, not fact or anything like that. But, yeah, a lot of stuff there down the stretch. Again, that's why I love football. It's great stuff. Let's see here. Commodores are awesome. Commodores. I mean, I'm thinking Vanderbilt, so I don't know. If that's a band, then I have no idea. Queen? My wife would agree with you. She loves Queen. I don't know if she thinks they're the best band. I'm not a Queen guy, though. Seen many bands, types of music. One of the greatest shows I've ever seen in the Hall and Oates in a small venue in Hadley, Mass. I've seen the Talking Heads, Aerosmith, Dylan, and between. Yeah, I'm not much of a concert guy. I've never been to one, and I don't think I ever want to go to one because it's loud. I don't like loud. I'm just a Scrooge when it comes to all this stuff, I guess. Queen is great. Yeah, they're all right. Yeah, they're okay. Yeah, that's my thoughts on them. We are the champions. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's decent. We actually played that whenever we won as part of a tennis team back in high school. And yeah, we beat a rival, and of course we played that on the ride on out of there. Do you think the Bengals went out and the Bengals somehow gets in? I do not. I do not think that happens. They got a tough game this week against the let's see. Well, we can kind of click on it here. Let me go ahead and. They got a tough game against the Ravens, which, again, I'll be covering. Dolphins, again, that's not exactly... They've been playing well. The Dolphins have also been playing well. Dolphins have played well, but much better than the Bengals as of late. And it's in Miami. If it was in Cincinnati, I feel like it'd be a guaranteed Cincinnati win. But those aren't exactly the easiest game. The Cardinals usually play everybody tough. Not all the time, but most part they do. Most of the time, those are one-score games. And the Browns, of course, have kind of owned the Bengals the last few years. Now, it was a win for the Bengals this year, 17-16, but I don't know. The Browns have just seemed to have Burrow's number in the past few years. So let's see what we got here. Like the Eagles, yeah, again, I have no idea. Anything after 2000, I have no real clue on any bands. Again, I have no clue on anything, really. Hope you had a great Thursday day, my friend. Yeah, it's been a good one. Appreciate it, Scott. Thank you. One of them's going to be in the playoffs. Oh, yeah, one of them for sure, but both of them, no. Why do the Bears have to have a really hard division? That's just the way it is. Sometimes it works like that. Sometimes you get in and you're 9-8. That's how it goes. Do you think Burrow gets traded next year? No, I find it hard to believe that they're going to trade him. And again, think about the package that they're going to ask for. So, I don't know. That's going to be tough. We Are the Champions by Quinn came out when you were in high school. Oh, man. Yeah, I was, I don't know, that was in the 80s, so I was not even a thought then. Look at the Commodores. I think you would like them. Lionel Richie does most of the singing. Easy like Sunday morning. Okay, I'll look into it. Again, I'm not much of a huge music guy, but I'll look into it. Have you been to a football game before? Yes, I have been to one NFL game. I'm assuming you're talking about the NFL. Yes, one NFL game. Not an actual NFL stadium, though, and it's kind of, it sounds really weird. I went to the Alamo Dome there in San Antonio when the Saints were, recovering from Hurricane Katrina. My dad took me, and I got to see the Atlanta Falcons take on the New Orleans Saints. So it was Michael Vick against Aaron Brooks, and it was a pretty exciting game. It was like 38-35 or 35-31. So, yeah, Michael Vick is the greatest quarterback I've ever seen in person. That is pretty cool. And I've been to only one college game, and that was a bowl game, I think in 2018, 2019. It featured Duke and Temple. And, of course, we all remember who the Duke quarterback was Daniel Jones. I've seen Daniel Jones in person. So, I guess Daniel Jones is the greatest college quarterback I've ever seen in person. So it's pretty cool stuff. And, of course, I've been to tons of high school football games as I cover I do play-by-play for the local high school network here for one school, the school that I live close to. So I've been to tons of high school games, and I did some of the playoff games this past year as well. They wanted me to do a game tomorrow, but I actually am just kind of thinking I'm going to probably make probably not as much, to be honest with you, not even actually close tomorrow when it comes to ad revenue for the game tomorrow, SFA and Montana State. But I don't know. It's just a lot of money that I have to, kind of spend out of pocket for gas and stuff like that. So I'd rather just not go and, call a game here. Really, yeah. What is your favorite college team? I'm a Pitt Panther fan for the most part. Doesn't really, not something I'm going to brag about ever. I don't think I'll ever brag about the Pitt Panthers. I'll pull for them, but I'm never going to brag about them. Blink-182 best album is Dude Ranch. To be honest, I've never even heard of that album. I'm not even going to lie. I'll have to look into it, I guess. I'm sure I've listened to it, and I just don't know what the albums are called. Sounds good. Sounds like it was closed. The Alamo Dome? Oh, yeah, closed. It was, Alamo Dome, yeah. Yeah, it was closed. So, but it was fun. It was still fun, though. Herman Moore UVA bowl game. Herman Moore. I'm trying to think there, Don. I'm lost. I'm sorry. This is rapid fire. My first NFL game was Raiders Cowboys. More fights in the stands in the field. Jeez. That sounds crazy, Anthony. Daniel Jones was on his way to Rich Gannon until the injury. I don't know about that one there, Soldier Fields. I was not exactly a Daniel Jones. I was not impressed with Daniel Jones, but definitely I don't pull against anybody though. I don't root against anybody. So if he does well, he does well. I think I kind of pull. If anything, I think I have a negative view for him for two reasons. One, he played for the Giants, and I have a friend that's a big Giants fan. He's so obnoxious. Like any player that plays for the Giants automatically is the greatest player of all time. And it kind of wears down on you again, he thought Eli Manning was better than Ben. That is incredibly disrespectful. I mean, you talk trash to Ben. He brings up Eli beating Tom. Like, okay, yeah, it was Eli that held Tom to 14 points and 17 points respectively. Yeah, if Ben could have defenses that would allow Tom Brady to have only 14, 17 points, then Ben would be the greatest. But no, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, but hopefully Daniel does well. Bengals went out and make playoffs. Should have beat the Bills last week. Well, you know what? They didn't there, Nick, did they? They did not. They did not, and they will not win out and make the playoffs. Sorry, Nick. That's actually a crazy cool story seeing Vic. Yeah, no, Michael Vick and Aaron Brooks. Shout out Aaron Brooks. He doesn't really get much love, man. He's the guy before Breeze, but he wasn't too bad himself. Let's look up some Aaron Brooks. Aaron Brooks, you're out there. If you're listening in, you're a legend, man. You are a legend. Again, the Saints weren't a great team. He was, the stats again, they're not going to look good if you're looking at it right now. Again, that was still an era where there weren't the passing rules. He was a sub. So back then, yes, in the early 2000s, we were talking about Cam Newton with a 60% completion percentage. 60% back then was actually pretty good. Aaron Brooks wasn't a bad player by any means. That was his last year there in New Orleans. That was a pretty bad year. 13 touchdowns, 17 picks, but yeah, Aaron Brooks, man. Shout out Aaron Brooks. What a legend. All right, let's get back into it. How old are you? You look young. I'm old. I'm 29. I guess it's not really old, but I feel old. Herman Moore was a receiver for Detroit. Okay, I gotcha. Your first football game was a professional game between the Cowboys Panthers. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Sorry I missed the hockey game. Yeah, no, you're good, man. It's all good. I appreciate you, man. Good night. Yeah, I appreciate you, Mr. Scott, for tuning in. I used to trade for Aaron Brooks and Matt. Oh, yeah, dude. Aaron Brooks was like just an average quarterback, man. But he wasn't bad. He wasn't good. He was just consistent. As that's going to be booted out of the end zone for a touchback, and we are back underway here. As, again, Atlanta with the ball. They are leading 14-13. They'll have it at their own 35. You went to high school with Aaron Brooks. Great guy. Oh, yeah. I was in his math class. UVA. That's so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, no, I got to see him play in person. That's not what I wanted to click on. I'm trying to cancel out that ad. I hate the ads there. Anyway, 1st and 10 at the 35. Cousins under center, sending a man in motion. He takes a snap, drops back. He's looking. Cousins pump fakes. He tosses in the flat. It's caught by Robinson at the 40, the 45, and dropped at the 50-yard line. Gain of 15, and that is a Atlanta Falcons first down. Well, it shows 29. It was a great year in my life. Yeah, this year it's been a tough year for me, but hey, you know, we're just going to make this thing a reality and we're going to have a good time. That's what we're going to have here on this channel. All right, 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Again, they have it at their own. No, they actually have it at the Buccaneer 49. As Cousins under center sends a man in motion, and he takes a snap, hands it off to Robinson. He takes a jump step and is dropped at the 46-yard line for a gain of 3. So, again, 2 plays, and, again, they're already in Tampa Bay territory here as we're just starting the third quarter. 14 minutes left and counting in. The Falcons 14-13. Now, the Buccaneers scored the first points of the game, leading 7-0. Then the Falcons went 14 in a row there. Of course, Tampa Bay with a couple of field goals as it's 2nd and 6. Cousins under center, sending a man in motion. He hands it off to Robinson. Robinson, is wrapped up in the backfield. That's a loss of 3. Back to the original line of scrimmage, as there was nowhere for him to run. Tackled by, actually, I don't know. I'll have to look at the replay there. Usually that turns, but look there, Diaby with the tackle. Nice tackle there. So, 3rd and 10 for the Falcons. They need to get to the 39 for a brand new set of downs. As Cousins in the gun, actually going to be at the 48. Cousins sends a man in motion. He lifts the leg, takes a snap, drops back. He's looking. He fires it into the ground, incomplete. There was a flag. So I don't know if this was before the play and they just whistled it dead. Yeah, they just did. So false start. That'll back them up 5. Going to be 3rd and 14. They do for a living. Unfortunately, I don't know. Let's just say things did not go well. Did not have a good ending at the last job. It is what it is, you know. So we're on to this. YouTube thing, which, you know, again, probably still realistically a few years away from making this an actual livable job. So I'm kind of looking for something part-time, and I can, of course, do this still. So 3rd and 14 here at their own 47. Cousins in the gun, sending a man in motion. He drops back. Cousins looking, dumps it off. It's caught at the 50. This is Pitts reversing field, stiff arming, and is dropped at the 47. That is a gain of about 6, and the Falcons most likely will punt. When you were 29, it was a different century, yeah. Cousins having some words with one of the coaches there of Atlanta. Again, it seems like he's been very animated there on the sideline. Bengals win the division. They will not. They will not win the division. That is a popular belief that for some reason, I don't know, it's circulating, and it's very confusing. It is very confusing. I'm confused by it. I don't know. I just need to be explained on how that's possible. Punt is away, and that's going to be bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. Of course, there's a flag because there's a flag on everything. Remember meeting a man that was in the early 80s, that was 92 years old. He was born in the late 1800s. Man, a lot of history there. Going to be a penalty on Tampa Bay, and that's going to be half the distance, so Tampa Bay starts at their own 10. Do you really want Tomlin out? We'd take him. All right, you can have him. By the way, Marty, what team are you? pulling for, just out of curiosity. And again, it's possible that Marty, he would do well if he leaves Pittsburgh, but he's just not doing well now. I just find it pretty crazy that people defend him now. I mean, again, if you have as many playoff wins as me in the last 8 years, and you've been coaching the NFL, there's a problem. There is a serious problem. You might not be as good as you think. And I don't want to hear about how he has had bad teams. No, the teams have been great. He's had some great players. Maybe the teams haven't been great, but he's had some great players. So I think he is definitely underachieved. Completely underachieved. Joe Burrow's back, and he's really good. I mean, you win 4 in a row. You're 8-9. The Steelers just really need one more. I mean, I don't know. I don't see it. And of course, again, you lose this week to the Ravens. You're done. Think about, oh yeah, no, of course. Thank you for your service to all the veterans. Of course, again, Nick, he's doing it. He's the one that's getting me riled up about the Bengals. Handle Elizabeth Ronaldo, though. No, his name's Nick. And he serves right now. He's serving right now. Again, appreciate you, Nick. And he'll say, don't thank me, blah, 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 blah. No, thank you, of course. Thank you, of course. World War II vets, that's due. Yeah, no, it is pretty amazing. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out tonight. Again, we got Falcons, Buccaneers. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like and try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. The chat is a very big part of the channel. So feel free, of course, to, again, chat down below. And, of course, feel free to vote in the poll. 63% of you guys with the Buccaneers, 37% with the Falcons. My first 3 kids when I was 29. Oh, wow. He's driving now. I guess I'm not that old, huh? Tom of the Falcons, does it work for you? Sure. We'll take it first. Again, it's not like I want him fired. I like to trade him first. If we can't trade him, then yeah, release him. And again, I don't think he really elevates the Falcons personally. I don't know. He's never developed a quarterback in his life. He would make that offense somehow worse, and I know that'd be hard to believe, but trust me, it's possible. As Mayfield hands it off, this is Irving, and Irving's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Tackled by Jesse Bates, the longtime Bengal. Bates has been doing it for a while. He's one of the more solid safeties in the NFL. All vets have great stories. Yep. Thomas should go to Michigan. You wouldn't want all that. That's a little too much mess there. Definitely would, fit, I would say, like the tough, defense first culture, but I don't know. I don't think he would want that. 2nd and 10 in the gun. Trips left, 2 receivers to right. Mayfield drops back. He's looking, fires, caught at the 15 and dropped at the 18 for a gain of 8. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Tomlin really would want to go to college. When I really think about it, with all the, NIL, players can move at any time, I don't think he'd want to deal with all that. As they're moving quickly, Mayfield in the gun, hands it off down the left side. This is Irving. Irving extending, and he's got the first down, dropped at the 22-yard line. Gain of 4, and that is a Buccaneer first down. Bucky Irving and Bijan Robinson touchdowns are a part of tonight's script. We'll see. Cell's getting blown out. Man, that's tough. Yeah, I'm not an NBA guy. I like college basketball. Again, I will cover that for sure. I'm just NBA. I'm not a fan. It's just kind of boring to me. 1st and 10 is Mayfield. Play action. Drops back. He's looking. Fires over the middle. It is caught at the 44. Dropped immediately. That is Emeka Egbuka. And that is a first down. Was that his first or second catch of the night? Again, he's been kind of kept quiet because this passing attack of the Buccaneers have just been lackluster. That's actually his 3rd catch, but man, again, he is one of the best. He really is. Again, he's only a rookie, but I really feel like he is destined for great things. And again, that is a Buccaneer first down. So 1st and 10 at the 43 is Mayfield under center. Ball at the 43. Irving in the backfield as Mayfield playing action. Drops back. He steps up. He fires it down the left side. It is caught by Evans and dropped at the 12-yard line. Kobe Bryant on the coverage. And that is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer first down. A huge play. Gain of about, 45 yards. Brian Kelly. Yeah, I don't think Brian Kelly's ever getting hired again. Ben pulling for the Falcons. Appreciate you, Ben, for tuning in. TJ Watt in the hospital. Yes, his lung. Something happened with his lung, George. Hopefully he's okay. So 1st and 10 at the 12. As Mayfield in the gun, he drops back. He fires. It's caught at the 11. They're going to say he was not able to make the catch. Mika looking at the replay there, but I don't know. Guess he disagrees with the call. It is what it is there. Soft chocolate chip cookies, this guy always. There was a penalty on the play. I guess it was after the play because there is a 15-yard penalty. Kobe Bryant. Again, Kobe has had a terrible night, to be honest with you. I mean, he has just played bad. He was just ripping McMillan's head off pretty much. So 15-yard penalty, or at least half the distance. So it's going to be 1st and goal at the 6 as Mayfield is in the gun. Trips left, one receiver to the right. Mayfield sending a man in motion. He drops back. He's looking. Mayfield moving to his right. Now he slips and is brought down. That is a sack. Dorless with the sack, a loss of 6. No longer in the military. I was in for 14 years, medically retired, blown up on my last tour. Did you tell me that before there? I don't think you did. If you did, I'm sorry. Well, again, thank you for your service, but I thought you were, I guess I just misremembered. Great catch, yeah. Who's your pick for Seals next, coach? Doesn't really matter. I'm just ready for a new voice. Doubt you see Brian Kelly. Yeah, no, he's not going to. Yeah, he's done. 2nd and goal at the 13. Mayfield drops back. He's looking. He floats it down the right side. It is incomplete. Underthrown. Pass intended for Bucky. Not able to complete it there. So 3rd and goal coming up. Yeah, Brian Kelly. Are you talking about Brian Kelly? I mean, Kelly. Maybe he's a great coach. I don't know. I would not expect to see Kelly ever again. Yeah, there's just some issues there. 3rd and goal is Mayfield again in the gun. Trips left to one receiver to the right, sending a man in motion. Mayfield drops back. He's looking. He steps up. He fires over the middle. It is overthrown and incomplete. Buka was the intended target. There is a flag, of course. His arm was hit on the last play there. Illegal contact. And that is going to be a brand new set of downs for the Buccaneers. Illegal contact on a 3rd down. Again, that usually just rears its ugly head every time. How did you get into broadcasting? I don't know. I just saw the people doing it. I'm like, well, I feel like I can do that. I could fake the voice. Just has an abrasive personality. Yeah, I mean, maybe he's old school. I don't know. Again, again, he had a guy, from what I understand, if this is actually true, again, on a windy day, it was dangerous. He has a guy go up and it falls down or something, trying to get film, and he practically killed a guy. I personally not a fan. And, of course, again, he just seems to be just an issue. There's a toss here to Tucker. Tucker at the 10 and dropped at the line of scrimmage. And, again, there's another flag, as there's just been so many penalties. Kelly knows how to win games, no Division I titles. Well, right there. And, again, no Division I titles. He can win regular season, but, just, I don't know. I'm just not a Kelly guy. And again, the LSU players were pretty excited when he was fired. So that should tell you, again, how players think of him. And with the way college football is looking, just sports in general, more of, players kind of, having a bigger influence on things, no one's really going to want to hire that guy. That's just the way it goes. Looks like there is a face mask, and it's going to be half the distance. Raheem Morris, by the way, not pleased. Again, so many penalties against the Falcons tonight. 13 right now. 13 penalties for the Falcons. Only 3 for the Buccaneers. This is just rough. It is true. He did. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if that's true, that again. I mean, I thought it was like a rumor that may have happened. I'm just not familiar. Happened when he was at Notre Dame or Cincinnati or something. Mayfield hands it off. This is Tucker. Tucker is dropped in the backfield. He did fight for some extra yards there, but again, he still lost 2. As again, it feels like that the Falcons have been playing against some extra players tonight. But again, there was indeed a face mask. Falcons not looking good there, Lanston. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Notre Dame player were okay with him. The Notre Dame player were okay with him going. I bet they were. Definite face mask, yeah. Kelly didn't relate to his players and didn't integrate himself with the fan base at LSU. Yeah, again, there's just a whole bunch of things there, but yeah. Mayfield in the gun. He drops back. He quickly fires. Oh, it's caught! Touchdown, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the touchdown turkey. He loves touchdowns. That is Devin Culp with the catch. The tight end, a backup tight end for sure. Got to be a third string. So I'm not familiar with Culp, but hey, Culp is familiar with the end zone, and that's all that matters as the Buccaneers leading 19-14. And I don't know if they're going to go for the extra point or not. I guess we'll find out. They are. There is the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. It is good. 20-14 is your score with 6:22 left to go in the third quarter. They will step away. I, of course, will be right here. True that. As long as it's no Panthers. Gotcha there, Lanston. Touchdown, turkey. Yep. Why is Bucky not on the goal line? I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but hey, they're winning. Roll Bucks. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. The chat is a very big part of the channel, folks. So don't hesitate to chat away. And, of course, let me know who you think is going to win tonight. Right now, 63% of you guys have the Buccaneers winning. 37% of you guys with the Falcons. So, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Not a killing guy, but yeah, I guess I'm not following there. Sorry, Trisk. As usual, I don't follow most of what you say, but the chat seems to like what you say. So there you go, Trisk. There you go. And again, folks, I will be covering more games, of course, this weekend. What a killing girl. No, I have no idea. No idea, Trisk. Turkeys. Yep, we like turkeys here. But again, I'll be covering some more college football again this Saturday. And, of course, actually tomorrow, again, an FCS quarterfinal. SFA in Montana State. I'll be doing that tomorrow night. And, of course, the NFL this Sunday. I'm expected to do the Ravens-Bengals, Lions-Rams, and, of course, Sunday night matchup with the Vikings and the Cowboys. And, of course, Monday Night Football, which will feature the Steelers and the Dolphins. As we're working our way back here to Tampa Bay. Again, it's 20-14. Tampa Bay has just scored and is looking to defend their lead. As they've actually, again, Tampa Bay has won the division pretty much since 2021. They, of course, have tough matchups. Again, the Panthers, they play the Panthers 2 of the last 3 games. That may decide the division, folks. That really will. Either team sweeps those matchups, it is pretty much going to be whoever sweeps them, wins. If they split, then of course the other games will come into play. As McLaughlin is ready to kick things off. As there we go, we're back again. 6:22 left to go in the third quarter. That's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Cousins tonight, 14 for 18, 178 and 2 touchdowns. Statistically, Cousins has played pretty good. Robinson, 64 yards on 12 carries. Pitts with 117 yards, 7 catches, and 2 touchdowns. So Cousins has looked Pitt's way a lot, and it has paid off. So we'll see if they continue that more on this drive. Final prediction, 31-29. Man, that would be pretty exciting. Definitely would be a lot of scoring there down the stretch. Cousins 1st and 10 under center as he takes the snap and play action, drops back. He's looking over the middle. He fires. It is almost intercepted. Dean had it in his hands, just couldn't secure it. Incomplete. Oh, man, that was close. You have a feeling, again, the Falcons have been playing well, but I don't know. A play like that is a huge killer. So 2nd and 10 coming up for the Falcons. Again, they have it at their own 35. Oh, okay, Trust. Yeah, again, I'm not familiar with that. Cousins in the gun. He sends a man in motion. He drops back. He's looking over the middle. He dumps it off. It's caught by Robinson. Makes a guy miss. He's at the 35. He's at the 40. 45. Robinson reversing fields at the 50. And is going to be dropped at the 44-yard line. Big play there by Bijan Robinson. A gain of 21. And that is a Falcons first down. And again, it's been a lot of Robinson, a lot of Pitts. Pitts with 62 of the yards receiving. Pitts with 117. What is that? That is 179. Cousins only has 20 yards to other players. It's just been a lot of Robinson and Pitts. 1st and 10 at the 44 as Cousins in the pistol, sending a man in motion. That is Pitts. He drops back. He's looking to his right. He throws it to his left down the sideline. Oh, it's dropped by Sills. Sills was wide open. Incomplete. Sills was as free as can be. Would have been a score for sure. Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable. That was just kind of awkward. How you got to win college football playoffs? Who do you got? Who do I have to win? Oh, man, I don't know. It could go a lot of ways. Could go a lot of ways. 2nd and 10, ball at the 44. Cousins in the pistol. He drops back, looking to his left. He fires. It's caught at the 41. Good catch there by Mooney. Darnell Mooney. He's been around for a few years now. Again, first down for the Falcons. 5:08 coming up and counting. Falcons, again, down by 6, but they are driving in. They showed McCollum leaving the field earlier. And apparently he's actually heading back in now. So he was back on the sideline. Now he's going back in. Hopefully he's okay. 1st and 10 at the 31. Cousins, play action, rolling to his right. He fires on the middle. It's going to be, I believe, dropped by Pitts at the 30. Would have only been a gain of 1. Levante David, I believe, with the hit. Pardon me. What would be really cool if during Retro Day, not only the uniforms be retro, but they would use vintage players from the time of the jersey. Oh, interesting. It would be interesting. Or we'll drop you up. Rhino got kicked out of Golden Corral. Oh, wow. For eating too much. That is tough. 2nd and 10 at the 31. Sending a man in motion as Cousins drops back. He's looking over the middle. He throws it to the right, and no one's there. Incomplete. That might be grounding. think he was in the pocket and didn't make it to the line of scrimmage. They got to take a look at that. That's clearly as intentional as it gets. That is the definition of intentional grounding. Nobody over there. He was definitely, and he dropped straight back. And he didn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. So that is all three things you need. Yeah, that was okay. So intentional grounding. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. And it makes it 3rd and 20. Again, they'll have it at the Tampa Bay 41. This is just not looking good. Grounding, yeah, no, that was just a... Cousins is saying he was way outside the tackle box. Like, yeah, actually he dropped straight back. Didn't move left or right. So 3rd and 20. Again, they need to get to the 21 for a brand new set of downs. Atlanta has converted 31% of their 3rd downs, which is 31st in the NFL. Tonight, only 20%. As Cousins drops back, fires on the middle. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Sills, the 5th. Again, not able to connect, and this will be either a 59-yard field goal or a punt. So just not good endings, again, to these drives for the Falcons. I have no idea if they're... Okay, they are going to punt it. This is Pinion. He's already punted it into the end zone multiple times, so he's looking for a better punt here. There's the snap, and here is the punt. Little pooch punt there. Fair catch signal made at the 9. Oh, he fumbled it, but then falls on it. Oh, man, Johnson flirting with danger there, and the Buccaneers will take over at the 10 with 4:26 left to go in the 3rd quarter. They're punting, yeah. Sills again with the drop, a wide open drop on the left side. I don't know, that was just an awkward looking thing. Just, I don't know, I feel like he was putting his hands out kind of weird. You usually want it to be under your hands underneath, I guess. He was going like this on a, I don't know, it was just kind of weird. That's no way true on the rhino. He's as thin as the ankles of a college wideout, this guy. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. That's interesting. I feel like I can out-eat him. That's just me. I feel like I am kind of a big guy, but I can out-eat most people. You know, not really proud of that. I'm a guy that can eat. I'm a guy that can eat, you know. So again, I do appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like and try to respond to as many comments as I can. The chat will always be forever a big part of the channel, so feel free, again, to chat down below. And, of course, let me know who you think's going to win tonight. 63% of you guys have the Buccaneers winning, 37% for the Falcons. Just give it to Bijan every play. I mean, it would work. I don't know why they don't. It's kind of weird. I think these guys just overthink things. Wearing up Phillip Rivers jersey. Oh, man. That should have been a touchdown. Should have been. Would have been a touchdown. But unfortunately, the Falcons 8 points, I guess. I don't know. Because, yeah, I'm all for the give it to Bijan every play. It would work. It would do well. Yeah, this guy, Trisk, doesn't understand grounding. He does not. But, yeah, a little fun fact here. The Buccaneers, when I call games, are 2-1. The Falcons, bad news for Falcons fans, sorry. They are 0-2 when I call games. That is unfortunate. Dr. Lane, Sports Patience, how's the stream? Also, go Bucs. Stream's going all right. Not a bad night. And, of course, Cousins sharing some words with Sills there on the sideline. Like, hey, you can't drop those. But hopefully all is well with you, Game Boy. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. As it's 1st and 10, Mayfield in the pistol. He fires it down the right side. It is caught. And he is tackled at the 30. Evans, I think, wanting a flag, or he's just really fired up. Regardless, that is a first down for the Buccaneers. Gain of 20 as Evans over 100 yards on the night. Like number Mel Blunt. There we go. 47 likes. Thank you guys again. That does help out the channel, liking it up and subbing it up. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. Helps us out. Again, we're closing in on 3,000 subscribers. It'll be great to get that tonight as Mayfield hands it off up the middle and he crosses the 35. And Irving's going to be whistled dead around the 36, 37-yard line for a gain of 6 or 7. Couldn't tell you either one of those. Evans still a beast. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good receiver. Been at it for a while. James Pierce, 3 pressures on 9 pass rushes. Not a bad stat there. 2nd and 4 as Mayfield is not going to be under center. No, it's going to be Irving, and the Wildcat takes off the belt at the 40. He's at the 45 and dropped across the 50-yard line. That is a first down for the Buccaneers as Irving crossing the 50-yard mark on the ground. Big play there. Gain of 16 yards. He's now at 52 for the night. Good stuff. Yeah, just got home from work. It's football time. Oh, yeah, football. Football. Hopefully work was good. 1st and 10 in the gun is Irving again. Irving going to take it himself up the middle once more, crossing the 45 and is dropped at the 42-yard line. And that is a nice gain of 6 for Bucky Irving. Got a feeling you're going to race past 3,000 after the college football playoff. Hope so. We'll see. Again, there's no guarantee. No guarantee there, Yin Yang. I hope so, though. It would be nice to have the success I had in the college football championship weekend. That was great. Last week was fantastic. 2nd and 5, ball at the 43. As Mayfield, play action, drops back. He's under pressure. He steps up. Oh, he's trying to escape, but cannot. Is down. He goes. That's another sack. London getting credit for the sack. London Bridge is falling down. London taking down Mayfield for a loss of 7. Going to be 3rd and 12. Not too bad. Steady. There we go. That's good. That's good. That sounds like me describing my work whenever I used to work in the, when I was a manager at the grocery store. Little chain over here. Yeah, steady. It was a steady day. It was good. Kept busy. As Mayfield drops back, he fires down the left side. It is overthrown, incomplete. Pass intended for Johnson. Unable to connect there. Going to bring up 4th down, and the Buccaneers will have to punt. You're still mad Alabama got in? Yeah, no, trust me, everyone I think is pretty mad about it. You're Alabama mad at Israel. I read it naturally mad about Alabama, but yeah, Alabama mad. That's funny. This is a long drive. It is actually going to be a short drive that will end at the 50. So this will be a punt there by Dixon. There's the snap, and here is the punt. And that will be fair caught at the 14. That is Tompkins with the fair catch, and the Falcons will have it with 53 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Another commercial break. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out in this one. Again, feel free to, of course, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. And, of course, feel free to vote in the poll. 63% of you guys with the Buccaneers, 37% with the Falcons. So, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in for this one. And that is pretty much it. Like I said, again, if you do like, I just noticed my hair's kind of poking up a little pull that underneath the headset there. It is what it is. If you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. This is what I do. Again, I call games. I'll be doing games, of course, Friday, actually, and tomorrow, FCS playoffs. Saturday, I'll be doing some college. Sunday, I'll be doing NFL. And, of course, Monday night, we got Monday Night Football for you here as well. So feel free, again, to, subscribe. It is free. Don't think of it of like another subscription. Think of it as a follow button. All it is more football on your YouTube feed. And, of course, when football is over, we'll be doing college basketball, MLB, doing a lot of MLB. Not just the Pirates. I bounce back. Again, it's kind of like the same thing here. I do every Steelers game. I'm not going to be doing every Pirates game, but there's a lot of Pirates games. But, of course, there'll be other MLB teams that I cover as well. And I've actually been experimenting with hockey streams as well lately. Did 2 streams. That was pretty fun. I just don't know what I'm talking about, but it's pretty fun. They'll probably fire DeBoer after they inevitably lose in the playoffs. To be honest with you, I think Alabama's going to beat Oklahoma. I'll be honest with you there. I think they're going to do it. The basketball team that beat us by 10 last Thursday lost to us by 6 tonight. We are 4-4. Next game tomorrow. There we go, Tris. Good stuff. Oh, I bet you are happy about it, George. Roll Tide. Yeah, I'm not a Alabama fan. Too many SEC teams in the playoffs. I think they're very much overrated, especially this year. And I understand I'm talking to, again, if you're a Falcons fan or a Tampa Bay fan, you're in the South, I get it. But I'm sorry. A lot of teams there that are very fraudulent. Now, again, not talking about Georgia, by the way. Georgia is actually legit. But I think the other 4 may not have earned their spot. As it's 1st and 10 at the 13, Cousins in the pistol, hands it off to Robinson up the middle. He's at the 15 and is dropped right there for a gain of 2. As, again, there's really not much to work with on that one. Is Scott playing? Haven't heard his name. He is playing. Yes, he is. I believe he has a catch. I think just one. If we're not for Alabama football, the state would be allowed to secede. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, jeez. That's great. That's great. They're 2nd and 8 coming up for the Falcons. Cousins in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side. As Cousins lifts the leg, takes the snap, drops back. He's looking to his right, fires up the middle. It's caught by Robinson. Oh, there's a fumble, and it's recovered by Tampa Bay. Robinson is now going to say he probably didn't make the catch. I'm assuming that's what he's pleading for. It's like, no, man, that was not a football move. That happened pretty quickly. 6 seconds left, by the way, on the clock. But as of now, they have it 1st down for Tampa Bay. There's the catch. 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, tell you what, he may have taken those steps pretty quickly. He may have taken those steps pretty quickly. Wow, that's going to be a fumble, and that's going to be Tampa Bay ball with just 6 seconds left. Silver touch, $64 per ounce. Oh, wow, good stuff, Trisk. He won't be fired. Yeah, I don't think he'll be fired. Ole Miss, yeah, they're all right. I think they should have been the other one. Again, Ole Miss and A&M, they earned it. Again, you only have 1 loss, whatever. I think Ole Miss has 1 loss. Even if they have 2, that's fine. Put them in there. The other 2, though, no, sir. I'm thinking Big Ten wins the whole thing, either Ohio State or Indiana. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Well, to be honest, I also put Oregon in that as well, but I'm also, again, Georgia, I think. Georgia is very good. Georgia is legit. Not just saying that because of the Atlanta Falcons, by the way. I'll gladly argue with you over the internet. That's no problem with me. 1st and 10 here. Mayfield in the gun. I believe Georgia's really good. As Mayfield drops back, he's moving to his right. Mayfield skipping away. Pump fakes. Fires. It is caught at the 13, and he's tackled immediately. He will, of course, have the 1st down, and that's how we end the 3rd quarter. With the Buccaneers getting the 1st down. Evans with the catch, and he's slow to get up. He's holding his right wrist. And again, it'll be Tampa Bay ball. Will we see Evans here in the 4th quarter? I guess is going to be the question. So they're going to cut to commercial break. 20-14 is your score. Tampa Bay going to try to take advantage of the Robinson turnover. Indiana's going to win it all, you bet? Oh, man. Yeah. Silver, yeah. Okay, we got it. Yeah, it is crazy stuff there. Yeah, the world practically had to end almost in order for that to happen there, Tris. Keep that in mind. Okay, Oklahoma and Bama battle two teams that shouldn't have made it, yep. Which means one of the two will advance to the second game that shouldn't be playing it. Yeah, and they will probably lose. Again, the 8 and 9 will take on Indiana, so Indiana's going to win. Home or not, well, he took 3 steps. Born and raised in Huntsville. Yeah, again, George. Yeah, that's. I understand. Again, I do appreciate you, George, and of course, I'm not gonna hate on you for any reason. I just don't think they should have been in. But yeah, you have every right to, of course, be happy, of course, and pull for them. Yeah, definitely. Oregon is a sleeper team. Yes, they are. I think they could be. I'm not saying they are. They could be like last year's Ohio State, that just gets hot at the end of the year and, makes a run. They have James Madison, of course, first round. They should win. Then they will take on Texas Tech, and I think they're better than Tech. I do, but of course we'll see. That's a neutral site. It's not in Lubbock. So, and of course, again, they'd have to take on Indiana, which would be a tough game. So we'll see. Again, they've already lost Indiana. But again, Ohio State lost to Oregon. And, of course, they beat Oregon in the playoffs when it mattered. So, we shall see. Indiana's legit. Yeah, they are. It's sad that come down to Alabama, Notre Dame, JMU, another one should not have. Well, I disagree there. I'm one of the few people that will defend the group of 5. I think, again, that's just all a popularity contest. Just because you play in a certain conference doesn't mean you are not as good. But, of course, the college football playoff will never be perfect, really, until you have auto bids. You feel like Jamie would put on the upset? That would be pretty impressive, wouldn't it? It would be pretty great. Then, of course, people would just have to shut up. They would just have to. My only thing is I'd hate for it to happen against Oregon, a team that I don't like. I'm not a fan of them, but I like them a little bit. Indiana deserves to go all the way. It'd be interesting. It's not March Madness. Oh, I totally get that, but again, I think it's a popularity thing anyway. It's just, again, it's college is going to be the only sport that is like you don't advance based on your record or anything like that. You need people to vote you in. I think that's dumb, but I mean that's just the way it has to be when you have 130 teams that play. You don't play a balanced schedule. I know SEC teams and a bunch of other big schools. I mean, they have like 8 home games sometimes. So yeah, you're going to beat up on all those small schools. You host them all the time. I don't know. It's just dumb. Anyway, so it looks like they took it away, that catch. It's going to be 2nd and 10 as he hands it off up the middle and he slips. So Irving there slips there, not going to get anything. So now it's 3rd and 10. So Evans did not hold on to the catch. Bucky, please, you need a touchdown. We'll see, Jose, right now. It's like they've been taking him out whenever they get close. So, or wait, am I tripping here? Do they count the catch? Okay, no, they did. I'm sorry. It is 2nd and 10. My bad. They did count the catch. Mayfield in the gun. He drops back. He floats into the end zone. It is incomplete. But there is a flag, and Terrell is not happy. Evans is pretty upset. He was being yanked. Pass interference, defense. And again, this is just another penalty. That's going to be the 16th penalty, 15th or 16th. I don't know if that's updating. 15th penalty at least for the Falcons tonight. Never trust a man named Bucky. This guy. Bucky's pretty good. It's just he hasn't been getting the ball at the end there. College football, basketball's talent is on a different level compared to college football is different than the NCAA. No, I mean, I get it, but again, it's just, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Hands it off up the middle. This is Tucker, and he's going to get a couple as he's dropped at the 3. Again, I don't buy this perception. Again, I'm sure most people agree with it now that the SEC is so much better than the other conferences. I just don't buy it. Not anymore. Again, they haven't been to the playoff the last 2 years. And the same thing with again, with the great group of 5 teams. I do think that, James Madison is pretty good. They are pretty good. Whether they're a top 12 team, no. I mean, yeah, of course they're not. But, they would never get in because of a conference they play in. I think that's kind of lame. Mayfield drops back. He fires to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the touchdown turkey loves it. That is Chris Godwin. There he is. Chris Godwin with the catch. And the Buccaneers lead 26-14 with 13:34 left to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I don't know. Again, you're pretty much just saying that most of the teams are already eliminated because of what conference they're in. So at the end of the year, there's no point for them to just play. I don't know. Does that make any sense? Happy for JMU and Tulane. Yeah, no, me too. And again, I mean, two group of 5 teams made it because the ACC, they messed it up. It is what it is, though, I guess. Mayfield in the gun as it's 2 receivers right to 1 receiver to the left. Mayfield drops back, going for 2. Pump fakes, looking over the middle, fires. It's caught. And the 2-point conversion is good. That is Chris Godwin again. As it's now 28-14, 13:34 left to go in the fourth quarter. All thanks to the Bijan Robinson catch and fumble. And a few plays later, Baker finds Godwin in the end zone. And it's looking like the Buccaneers might be holding on to the 4 spot, but I guess you never know. You never know how it can go. The final 13 minutes. Boise State beat Oklahoma and Utah beat Alabama when they were G5 teams. Yep. You never know what could happen. You never know. Never know indeed. Touchdown turkey. Yep. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. The chat is a very big part of the channel. It really is. And of course, again, let me know who you think is going to win tonight. Right now, 62% of you guys have the Buccaneers winning, which, again, they're up by 2 scores. If that holds for a little bit longer, I might have to change out the poll, but we might do that. We'll see. 38% of you guys with the Falcons. Falcons, though, drive down the field. It's still anybody's game, and they've been, again, it's been a kind of a upsetting night for the Falcons, really. Again, they've been, I don't know. It just feels like they've been holding themselves back. It really feels like that. Again, they have 16 penalties. Yep, 16 penalties on them tonight. It's just not good. It's just not good. Go ahead and move this a little to the left. I'm thinking I might have to redo this because there's no... So this little scoreboard on the bottom, it's not going to have the SFA Montana State tomorrow. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure this out. I have a little different setup tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. I have no idea. We'll figure it out, though. But, yeah, and again, I will be covering more football this weekend. Again, SFA and Montana State tomorrow. Saturday, of course, the Army-Navy game and the Boise State-Washington Bowl game. We'll be doing that one. And then on the NFL on Sunday, we'll be doing 3 games. Again, Ravens, Bengals. The Bengals lose, they'll be eliminated. Then we can end that talk, and I'll, of course, expect apologies like, yes, I was wrong. Don't know why I thought the Bengals would turn it on at the end of the year. It made no sense. And I'll forgive you because I'm a nice guy. And then, of course, we'll do the Lions and the Rams, as well as Sunday Night Football with the Vikings and the Cowboys. Love to see the lower power 4 teams just say, we are done. Play amongst yourselves. We will focus on academics. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, there are some pretty bad Power 4 teams. They're showing off the playoff picture, and again, we've been kind of talking about it all night as, again, with a win, the Buccaneers pretty much hold on to that 4 spot. If they were to lose tonight, the Panthers would go ahead and take the 4 spot. That's That's amazing to think about. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes the rest of the way. Again, they have the Saints this weekend. 1st and 10 as Cousins is under center, setting a man in motion. As Cousins takes a snap, play action, drops back. He's looking. He fires it down the right side. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Darnell Mooney. Just couldn't connect on that one. Didn't have enough mustard. A little bit short. So 2nd and 10 coming up for the Falcons. As Cousins in the gun, 2 receivers left, trips to the right. I'm going to need some water after this play. Cousins lifts the leg, takes the snap, drops back, looking, swings it out to Robinson. Robinson, he's at the 40 and is pushed out of bounds at the 42. So Robinson with a gain of 7 makes it 3rd and 3. Bulls are in deep trouble. I would agree with that. I think there's a kind of a quick fix to that, honestly. If you want to opt out of your bowl game, then you're ineligible for the playoffs next year. That's what they should do. 3rd and 3, Cousins drops back. He's looking. He fires. It's caught across the 45, and Robinson pushed out of bounds at the 47. That is going to be an Atlanta Falcons first down. Hey, Doc, you're covering the Lions game. Thank you. They're showing the Panthers game here. Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I ended up deciding to go with it. And again, I don't know. I was looking at, again, what the competition's going to do. Going to have, again, that big channel that is taking all of yous tonight, covering Falcons, Buccaneers. But, of course, Grossi and Perna, all of them, they're going to cover the Broncos, Packers. So I'm like, well, that's just going to cancel that anyway. So I went with it. For sure. So, yeah, no problem. As Cousins hands it off to Robinson. Robinson at the 50 and is dropped at the 49-yard line for a gain of 3. Makes it 2nd and 7. Godwin gives the Tampa Bay offense a serious boost. He makes all the difference. Godwin's solid. He's been solid for a while now. Just a great receiver, underrated receiver, because he's been playing across Evans for his whole career. 2nd and 6, ball at the 48. As Cousins lifts the leg again, takes the snap, drops back. Cousins looking over the middle, dumps it off. It's caught at the 45 and dropped immediately. Gain of 3. Makes it 3rd and 3 coming up. We'll play the bowl games as the first games of the year. It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Not bad. Something about it tells me no, but that's not a bad idea. 3rd and 2 coming up. Looks like they marked him down at the 44. Again, they need to get to the 42 for a brand new set of downs. Cousins in the gun, sending Pitts in motion. As he drops back, he's looking to his left, throws it to his right, is caught by Pitts at the 40. He's at the 35, the 30, and pushed out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Nice catch and run, gain of 18 for Kyle Pitts. He's at 135 on the night. You'll see it come up in a few seconds there on your screen. Again, he's just had a career night. Might be the best game of his NFL career. I'm not too sure, but this is just very impressive. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons. So they're at the 26. Cousins once again in the gun, sending Pitts in motion. He drops back, pump fakes to his left, fires on the middle. It's caught at the 15, Sills at the 10, and tackled at the 6-yard line. Gain of 20. Sills able to hold on to that one, as that is so far a very efficient, very quick drive. 1st and goal coming up for the Falcons as they look to make this a 1-score game. Pump faked again, moving the Buccaneers defense. Good pump fake there by Cousins, finding Sills over the middle for a first down. A big catch there. 1st and goal at the 6. Cousins in the pistol. 2 receivers to right, 1 receiver to left, sending a man in motion as he gives it. This is Bijan. Bijan taking it outside. Oh, he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta Falcons. as they make this a one-score game with 9:36 left to go in the fourth quarter. Give it to Bijan, please. There you go, Don. We got it. We got it indeed. Robinson again just bouncing it outside. Just jogs into the end zone. You have to assume they will kick the extra point here. You have to. Okay, what am I talking about? They're going for two. For some reason, they're going for two. Cousins sending Robinson in motion. He's in the gun. He drops back. He's looking. He fires it to the end zone. It is incomplete. You have to just wonder about the decision-making there. I have no idea. Is their kicker hurt? I don't know. That just makes no sense to me. As it's 28-20. What the heck? I'm kind of confused. I don't understand that one. But I just don't understand a lot nowadays, I guess. That was a dumb call. We still got a game. Yeah, that was dumb. That made no sense. You want to go, if you want to go for the win, that's fine. You do that when it's 27-28. And, I don't know. I don't understand that call. That makes no sense to me. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in for this one. Where's the field goal flamingo? Yeah, no, we don't got that. We don't got that. I appreciate it, though. Make sure, again, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. The chat is a very big part of the channel, so feel free, of course, to feel included, in the chat. That is definitely, encouraged. It really is. It really is. If you, of course, feel free to vote in the poll. It should also be down there in the comments. There's 64% of you guys. 64% of you guys have the Buccaneers. 36% with the Falcons. Extra point elephant. Yeah. I don't think that's happening right now or anytime soon. Raheem Morris for next Steelers coach. We'll take Tomlin off your hands again. Send us a first. We're good. We're good, and I don't know. I don't know how Tomlin really help you guys. I'm assuming you're a Falcons fan. It's safe to assume there. Yeah, I don't really know what Tomlin really adds to this game, to be honest with you. Again, he's a defensive coach that can't coach defense and has no clue on offense. No clue. Rodgers has not. He's played good. Again, as of late, he's been all right. But of course, he's playing with a broken wrist. But Rodgers is really the reason we have a winning season this year. The team is atrocious. It is such a bad team this year. We'll tell you what. You can take Cam Hayward on, and we'll go ahead, and that's fine. That's fine with me as well. Take Cam Hayward. There has been much discussion about the analytics about this 8-point deficit. It does make sense. If you get this the first time, you have a chance to win. If you do not, you try again to tie. There is the kickoff, and of course, that is going to be well short of the 30-yard line. I don't know what he was trying to do, but it just wasn't good. Gonzalez looking frustrated, like he didn't do it on purpose. That was pretty bad. Yeah, no, I just disagree, Paul. That's just, I don't care what analytics say. That's just dumb. So that kick was pretty terrible. It didn't even come close. It's a Mensa call. It was a Mensa call. Well, it's going to be placed at the 40-yard line. Sometimes the analytics are just stupid. Yeah, like I said, I just think that's, I don't care what the math tells you. My dad's a math teacher. He hates it. He hates math. He hates analytics. I'm a guy that took calculus for a semester. I think analytics are stupid. They are stupid. Yeah, that's just dumb. I don't know. It is what it is, though. 1st and 10 at the 40. I've said it is what it is a lot tonight. That's just a guy that's conceding that, oh, well, it is what it is. 1st and 10. Mayfield drops back, fires. It's caught on the screen at the 40 and is dropped at the 46-yard line. That is Rachaad White. Haven't really called his name much recently. He's more of a receiving back there. His first catch of the night. Dear TJ Watt is hospital. Yes, hopefully he's going to be okay. That's it's a pretty serious thing. And again, if he's got to miss, he's got to miss. It's not a big deal. I mean, that's a pretty serious thing. Whenever it becomes like an internal issue, the lungs, that's a big deal. Mayfield drops back, pump fakes, looking, fires. It is caught at the 45 and tackled immediately. That is Igbuka with the catch. There is a flag. And based on how this night has gone for the Falcons, you have to assume it's against them. Oh, it is. Look at that defensive holding. That is declined. That is a declined penalty, so that won't add on to the total. For the Falcons, again, with 17 penalties because of the kickoff. It's actually terrible. They've overdone the whole analytics thing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, the analytics is just... And yeah, I get the, oh, well, you have more chances to take the lead or blah, 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 blah. Well, now you're going to probably lose because you got to go for 2. And do you really have the confidence to get the 2 yards after you just didn't get it? I don't know. Probably not. 1st and 10 at the 45 is Mayfield under center. Play action rolling to his right. He fires. It is incomplete. Pass intended for White. And then again, he just had to spike it into the ground. Falcons don't have a number 1 pick. Oh, really? You guys don't have a number 1 draft pick? Really? You guys don't have a number 1 draft pick? Oh, geez, that is tough. Oh, the Penix deal. Oh, my goodness. Oh, geez. 2nd and 10. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's tough. Mayfield drops back. He's looking. He fires. It is. Oh, it's intercepted. What a catch. Oh, my goodness. He tried to lob it over to the defender, but what a great leaping grab. And the Falcons will take over. Is this around the 35? I couldn't really quite tell. That is Alford with the catch. Yeah. Oh, man, what a catch. Tackled at his own 33. So we'll see how this goes. But, man, what a catch. Bad throw by Mayfield. I don't know what he was doing. But Alford sent thank you, and the Falcons will take over. Again, at their own 33. What it is actually is someone trying to win. Again, I disagree. I disagree. If you want to win, you kick the extra point there, and if you want to go for 2, you go for the win. You go for the kill. You go for the kill, 27-28. As there is the handoff there to Robinson. He cuts inside at the 35. It's at the 40, and is going to be pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Nice run there, because now, again, you go for 2 here, and you get it. Oh, now you tied. Whereas you kick the extra point, it's 21-28. You score here on this drive, it's 27-28. Then you go for 2, you go for the win. Upset win on the road. That's how it's supposed to be done. Analytics, again, to me, they've ruined the game. They've ruined a lot of things. They ruined basketball, which is why I find it so boring. They've ruined baseball, which is why you have a lot of strikeouts. It's so bad. It's so bad. People that don't love football took control of football and ruined the game. 1st and 10 at the 47 as Cousins hands it off. This is Robinson, and he's dropped at the 49-yard line. Gain of 2. Interception. Yep. We got a game. We do. Robinson with 172 scrimmage yards. He has 93 on the ground, 82 receiving. Just that really didn't add up to... Anyway, I guess it did. I don't know. It did not. Cousins in the gun. Trips to the right. 2 receivers left. I already forgot what I said. As Cousins lifts the leg, takes a snap, drops back. He's looking, fires it. Incomplete pass intended for Robinson. Robinson and Cousins not on the same page as Cousins looks and stares a hole through Robinson's soul. So 3rd and 7. Got a game, folks. Let's see if the Buccaneers right now, again, Falcons, they get it. They'll be going for 2 regardless. Or maybe they kick an extra point and just look to cover the spread like the Raiders did against the Broncos or something, or whoever they were playing. I need to make a video on that, on the conspiracies. Anyway, Cousins drops back, 3rd and 7. He fires on the middle. It is caught by Pitts, and he's tackled at the 40-yard line. What a throw, what a catch. Heavy pressure there on Cousins, but he stayed pretty calm and cool, finding Pitts over the middle of the field. And that is a very big gain of 10, and that is a Falcons first down. Coaches are now stupid because they don't know math. Football math is easy. Check out my book on Amazon. Football Math is Easy by Triskadeka. There we go. Hands it off to Algier. He's at the 35, the 30, and is tackled at the 25-yard line. Gain of 15. And again, that is another Atlanta Falcons first down. Good play there. As we're approaching 6 minutes here in the fourth quarter. And this game will be very interesting down the stretch. Raiders versus Broncos. Yeah, that was the most insane thing ever, Gaming Boy. Kicking a game-ending field goal to lose by 7. I mean, what the heck? And the spread was 8.5. Wow. 1st and 10 at the 25. Cousins sending a man in motion as Cousins hands it off. This is Robinson, and he's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there. I can understand your perception. There are some that are going against the trend and true. Now you can see Detroit coach Campbell and others trying another approach is brave. Yeah, no, again, some people are going to live. Campbell has been burned by it, especially in the playoffs. Has been burned by the analytics. I hope it just goes away. I hope it returns. I don't think it will. I hope it just people start ignoring that. And so Cousins throws it over the middle. It's caught by Mooney. He's at the 15, the 10. Oh, there's a fumble. There's a fumble on the ground, and it is, I believe, recovered by the Buccaneers. Oh, wait, now the Falcons have it. Oh, that is going to be unfortunate for the Buccaneers. They were all around the ball. I think there was a guy that fell on it. But a Falcons lineman coming up with it. Now, if I'm the Falcons, I am getting on the ball and snapping it, because they may review this. Mooney again was hit, and he fumbles. Levante David just ripping it out. Again, he has been doing this for a while. He is great. Again, I don't know how in the world the Buccaneers did not get possession. Again, if I'm them, I am getting on this ball, and I am snapping it. Wow. That is huge. They're going to snap it, 1st and goal at the 10. Cousins in the pistol. He sends a man in motion. Cousins drops back. He's looking over the middle. He fires it over the middle. It is incomplete. Throw a little bit too much there for Sills as it's 2nd and goal coming up for the Falcons. I had no problem with the kick just because many people lost as one on the... Oh, okay, well, I don't care about that part. It's just the fact that who does that? Campbell isn't an analytics guy. He just goes for it every time, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. That was crazy indeed. 2nd and goal. Cousins in the gun. Sends a man in motion. Cousins hands it off up the middle. This is Robinson at the 5, and he's in the end zone, but there was a whistle blown because there's a flag. False start on the Falcons. Absolutely atrocious. That is the 18th penalty against the Falcons. Good night. Good night, Jim. Appreciate you for tuning in. Would rather lose by 7 than by 10. Yeah, no, I would never kick a field goal with 4 seconds left and you're going to lose. That's just no, you don't do that. That is bad. That was a bad look for gambling and all that stuff. 2nd and goal. Cousins in the gun, sends a man in motion. He drops back. He's looking to his left. Fires. It's caught at the 7. And he's ripped down immediately. gain of 8 and makes it 3rd and goal at the 7 again. 4:04 and counting. 18th accepted. Yeah, 18th accepted penalty. That is the key. It's been more than 18 for sure. Someone needs to investigate these refs. Yeah, math was cool until they added letters to it. That's how I feel about it, Marty. Yeah, that's exactly how. It's actually what I said to my math teacher, who was again my dad. I took my dad's math class. Cousins drops back. He floats it to the end zone. It is caught. I don't think he had it. They're going to say touchdown. So he got, I think, so I personally believe that he caught it, but he was kind of juggling it, didn't actually have possession until he got out of bounds, pretty much. Let's see here. This is the throw. Pitts grabs it. Oh my goodness, that's going to be so close. So it's definitely not 2 feet, but did he get a rear end or a knee down is the question. Oh, man, the elbow hits out of bounds. It's going to be so close. I think they happened at the same time. So at that point, the call on the field might be, oh, wow, it happens at the same time. The elbow clearly out of bounds. The rear end clearly inbounds. You have to go with the call on the field. That's why the call on the field is so huge. Falcons, yeah, I'd be ticked off too. 4 down territory, yeah. Touchdown Atlanta. That's going to be turn the call over on review for sure. Oh, okay. I think he's down. I think it's going to be a touchdown. And hockey or soccer, down by a few goals, you're still trying to score until the last second. Yeah, but soccer and hockey, the scores are all equal the same. Field goal and touchdown is different. But hits ground first. Yep. I think, Paul, you're correct. I think the rear end hit the ground first before the elbow. I think it's going to be a touchdown for Atlanta. And, of course, you have to assume they will go for 2. Would be an absolute interesting decision if they kick the extra point. Like, we covered the spread just like the Raiders did against. You think the elbow hit first? Really? I don't know. I thought I saw an angle where the rear end hit first. Call might stand. I think so. It's going to be interesting. Touchdown! Touchdown Atlanta, and the touchdown turkey again loves touchdowns. Didn't really like that one as much because, of course, the review kind of killed it all. But, all right, 2-point try again. If you kick the extra point last time, you're looking at 27-20. You can kick the extra point here. You have the 2-point. Now you're forced to go for the 2-point conversion. And that's, again, that's where I would disagree with everything. But, yeah, you definitely go for it here. Cousins in the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. Cousins looks around. Sends a man in motion, lifts the leg, takes the snap, drops back. Cousins looking, he fires. It is knocked away, incomplete. So it is no good. The Buccaneers will have it with about 3:34 left to go in this one. Call stood. Yeah, and again, I thought the rear end hit first. I really did. So anyway, they will cut to commercial. I, of course, will stay right here. Doc, that grabbing the headphones and calling the touchdown. Yeah, I try to, to listen in because I only, of course, am listening in with one. But to listen in for calls, it's like, I need both. Always enjoy your classic style. Keep up the good work, brother. Appreciate you, man. D. Hickey, I appreciate it, man. I try. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, folks, make sure, again, to leave a like and subscribe. It is free, folks. It really is. Helps out the channel as we're closing in on 3,000 subs. Will be great to get there. Honestly, I expect to get there past Monday. Like Monday after the Steelers game, I expect to be at 3,000. So honestly, if you see it and we're not at 3, just know I'm disappointed. It is what it is, though. There's nothing I can do. Nothing that you guys can do. Again, it is what it is. But I think we are well on our way to 3,000 by the end of this week. I think that is very doable. So I appreciate you guys again, way ahead of where I originally thought. But yeah, if you do like the style that I have here, make sure you're going to like and subscribe. Of course, we'll be on tomorrow night. We got the FCS quarterfinals, SFA and Montana State. Saturday, we have the Army-Navy game and the first bowl game of the year, Boise State, Washington. Sunday, we have Baltimore and Cincinnati, Detroit and Los Angeles, the Rams. And then, of course, Sunday Night Football, Vikings and the Cowboys. So that is the lineup for this weekend. It's going to be pretty fun. Pretty fun. Pitt's third touchdown. Yeah, I know. Amazing. 2-pointer, no good. Nope. Imagine they just kicked. I know. Yeah, I know, right? If they kick the extra points, it's tie game. Who had Pitts with 3 touchdowns from Cousins? I know, right? You can place my bets for me on Sunday for sure. How do you ever give Cousins $100 million? I don't know. That is pretty insane, especially an old, washed-up version of him. I can understand, when he was coming from, Washington, to Minnesota. I get that, but man, old man Cousins too. Oh man, that was just a horrible deal. And then you pick a quarterback in the first round. It's like, what are you doing? You actually don't know what you're doing. And I like Penix. I was a big Penix guy. Washington. I thought he was great. But my only question was the injuries. I think he had ACL injuries or something like that. But it just made no sense to pick him with the Falcons giving Cousins a 4-year deal. It just made no sense. And guaranteed money at that. Anyway, kickoff, and that's going to be fielded at the 1. He's at the 5, the 10, the 15, 20. He's at the 25, and Tucker is ripped out at the 27-yard line, and that's where the Buccaneers will take it. They'll have it for 3:29 left to go. I can't speak. They will have the ball with 3:29 left to go. They're looking to hold it, of course, for the entire time. It would be very interesting, of course, if they were to cough it up here or just, whatnot, turn it over as a field goal for the Falcons. Obviously wins it, but that's not what the Buccaneers have in mind. Again, they lose tonight. Panthers will be in first place, and that's just amazing to think about. Mayfield under center, as that is Irving in the backfield. Mayfield hands it off to Irving. He cuts inside. He's at the 30 and is dropped at the 33-yard line. Nice gain of 6 for Irving. It's been all right tonight. Pretty consistent night. Buccaneers with the win. 80% chance to make the playoffs with the loss at 55%. Let's see here. Do you like my picture? You talk about your logo there? That's pretty cool. And you go with the Santa hat on. Nice. Very nice. Cousins over 300 yards passing. Very quiet 300 yards. But, yeah, pretty much everything to Pitts almost. Not almost, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, 2nd and 4 here at the 33 as Mayfield hands it off. This is Irving, and he's tripped up at the 45 a 35-yard line for a gain of 2. We'll lock in here the last few seconds. I don't know why the heck I... been messing up here, my bad. But yeah, gain of 2 there for Irving. And the Falcons will take a timeout with 2:37 left to go. So timeout there, Atlanta. Again, a 2-point game if you're just tuning in. Of course, the Panthers, they're at the Saints this week on Sunday. Then the Panthers and the Buccaneers play each other Week 16. Week 17, Buccaneers at Miami. Panthers are hosting Seattle, which that's a tough task. And then they play each other again, Panthers and Buccaneers. So those 2 games going to be huge. Huge indeed. Entertaining game. Kudos to Atlanta for not rolling over. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. Again, at one point, it was not looking pretty, 14-28. But they battled back. I think the Falcons come back. They can. We'll see. We'll see there. 3rd and 3. They need to get to the 37 for a brand new set of downs as Mayfield in the gun. He takes a snap. Looking to his left. Fires. It is caught. And he's got the first down. That is Chris Godwin with the catch. Gain of 4. He needed 3, gets 4, and that is a Buccaneers first down. TJ Watt is out. Is that official? Yeah, that's understood. Again, he had a lung issue. That is just, I mean, that is real life there. Hopefully he'll be okay. Next man up, I guess. Again, Alex Highsmith, Nick Herbig. They are pretty good. So another timeout for Atlanta, by the way. 2:28 left to go in this one. Tampa Bay leading 28-26. As Tampa Bay looking to, I mean, if they get another first down, it's not going to be over. Depends on if they get another first down on the other side of the 2-minute warning. That is pretty much game. Not going to be for sure, as Atlanta does have a timeout, but would look pretty good as Mayfield hands it off. This is Irving, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. Dropped at the 35-yard line as Atlanta will take their final timeout. That is a loss of about 4, and that makes things a little bit more difficult. Cousins must have the ghost of John Madden for an agent. Yeah. That was, again, very interesting contract handed out to Cousins, but, you know, yeah, I don't really have much to say. That was just very shocking. Steelers always draft well, especially defense. Oh, yeah, no, for sure. We have the players. It's just, again, it's very unfortunate to see a defense continuously roll over in big spots, and that's just been the case the last 8 years. As Mayfield drops back, he's looking, he fires on the middle. It is incomplete. Intended for Igbuka. And that was interesting there, as now it's 3rd and 14. Again, they need to get to the 49 for a brand new set of downs. Oh, if he hits him, if he leads him out in front, that is a first down. Mayfield with a bad throw. Mayfield not looking too sharp tonight, to be honest with you. This might be game. This might revision the final score. Atlanta 29, Tampa Bay 28. Man, you're pretty close. You're pretty close. What was your other one? I'll have to scroll up and see if I can find it. It was probably way up there. Man, that is very far up. I might just have to give up after 2 more. Oh, 31-29. Pretty good. Pretty close. Pretty good stuff there, Paul. Why not just chew clock? Yeah, you know, they could be the conservative style and just run it. That would take it to the 2-minute warning. Then you run it again, and that would put it at about 120. I mean, and again, Atlanta seemingly has avoided the long kick. So if the defense were to play well, yeah, that's a head scratcher there. 3rd and 14. Mayfield drops back. This is to clinch it. Mayfield trying to break free, but he will not. As he goes down, that is a sack. And Tampa Bay will have to punt it with 2 minutes to go, as that is a 2-minute warning. Again, you run it twice, even if you don't get it. I mean, you're looking at you having to punt it with about 120, maybe a little bit less to go. And again, Atlanta seemingly does not trust their kicker. So, very interesting. Do you know who the first player to score in the new Pittsburgh Stadium? Was it Amos Araway or something? I'm not too sure. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I knew that at one point in time, but I guess I forgot about it. If the Falcons win, it'd be so funny. Yep. 31-29. Yeah, it was pretty close. Mayfield struggling. He was good in the first half. I mean, it was decent. It's decent. I don't know. He actually hadn't really played a great game, to be honest. Stat-wise, again, 277, 2 touchdowns. I don't know. I feel like he's been a little inaccurate tonight for some reason. And again, the Buccaneers had been struggling, so maybe it's just been the case the last few weeks. Legacy, Kirk Cousins drive. Yeah, right. Legacy, Cousins drive. I asked for you. Yeah, Pittsman. Yeah, that's fair. No, I don't really know. My guess is Amos Araway. That's my final answer. I'm probably way off. So this is a punt here by Dixon. As this is going to be fielded at the 20. He's at the 25, stumbles, and he's going to be pushed out at the 31. Not a good punt. Not a good punt in an era where everyone's booting at 60, 70 yards sometimes in the air. He only punts it about 45. Adam Vinatieri. Oh, geez. Okay. Adam Vinatieri. Are you sure? Do we play New England early? Or is that preseason? I don't know. I have to look. I'm gonna fact check you there. I'm going to look back at 2001. All right, 1st and 10 here. Cousins in the gun. He drops back. He floats it down the right side. Oh, it's caught at the 47. Knocked out of bounds is Sills. He dropped one earlier, but he catches that one as that is a Atlanta Falcons first down. Gain of 17. Patriots. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look at it. Vinatieri was the best kicker to ever play. I don't know. I think Justin Tucker was better. Not currently, obviously, but, all time I would pick Tucker. 1st and 10 at his own 47. His Cousins in the gun. He sends a man in motion. He drops back. He's looking over the middle. Cousins steps up. Oh, and down he goes. Oh, is the ball loose? Is the ball loose? The ball might be free. And if Tampa Bay recovers, that is going to be your game. Referees are staying to stop the clock. Tampa Bay has the ball. Tampa Bay has the ball. The referees are discussing it. The referees are discussing. We'll see. They're going to say it was recovered by both teams. No one had possession, so it goes back to Atlanta. Oh, my goodness. There is the ball coming loose. Recovered. I think it was recovered by Atlanta, to be honest with you. Looking at the replay there. Janikowski had the better leg. Yeah, he was big. Yeah, you think he was a bit overrated because of that. But yeah, no, he definitely had a leg. Cousins in the gun. He drops back. They're sending the blitz. He throws. It is knocked away. Incomplete. Pass intended for Mooney, but there is a flag. Going to be a penalty against the Falcons because why not? That is Matthews with the hold. That is going to be the 19th penalty, accepted penalty against the Falcons tonight. Absolutely atrocious. Game over. Preseason? Okay, I have to look at it. It probably was. Jess Tucker was best. Yeah, Jess Tucker was pretty good. What is this backyard football making up rules on the spot? Yeah, I don't know. Recovered simultaneously, so it's going to be, that makes sense. It does recover at the same time. I don't think I've ever seen it before. 2nd and 28 as Atlanta is at their own 29. They're moving backwards as Cousins drops back. He's looking, fires over the middle. It is incomplete. Pass was underthrown. Pass intended for Mooney. And that is a killer because now it's 3rd and 20. Cousins has been you can definitely tell that Cousins has definitely lost a lot with his arm. He just doesn't have the same arm strength he once did. I think his arm is shot. Vinny in the snow. Ugh. Cowboys kicker. Yeah, Aubrey's looking pretty good. 3rd and 28 as Cousins in the gun. He takes the snap, drops back. He steps up, checks it down. It's caught by Pitts. It's at the 35. He's at the 40 and is brought down at the 43-yard line. And it's going to be 4th and about 14 with 1:03 and counting. This is going to be your ball game here. They don't get it. This game is over. They need to get to the 43 of Tampa Bay. They're at their own 43. Cousins drops back. He's looking. He fires to the right. It is caught by Sills. Oh, what a catch. It was ripped away by Winfield. He's asking, well, hold on a second. The clock continues to run at the 35. What a play, a gain of 20 yards. Cousins under center. He snaps it, spikes it down as Atlanta has it at their own 36-yard line. What a catch. What a throw. Just get to the sticks. That was a great play by Sales. What a catch. There was indeed a flag, so we'll see what the call is. 12 players, offsides, number 50. That's interesting. So a 5-yard penalty, and Atlanta is now in field goal territory. Don't know why they're trying to sub, but they were. I guess Ain Gonzalez, 8 for 13 on lead-changing field goal attempts in the final 2 minutes or overtime. So he's definitely not clutch. So then you have that going for you if you're Tampa Bay. So 1st and 5. No timeouts again as Atlanta. They're at the 31. He takes the snap, swings it out. It's caught by Mooney. Mooney's at the 30 and is going to run out of bounds across the 25. That is a first down. Again, Atlanta eliminated from playoff contention, looking to play spoiler, and maybe giving the Panthers first place. Maybe. We'll see. How do they accept the penalty if it's offsides? I mean, just accept it. That's just the way it is. 1st and 10 at the 25. In the pistol is Cousins. As Cousins takes the snap, hands it off to Robinson, and Robinson is dropped at the 25-yard line. No gain on the play. Clock continuing to run at 15 seconds and counting. You have to imagine they're going to go in and spike it here. 7, 6, 5, 4. And the Falcons will spike it with 4 seconds left. This would be about a 43-yard field goal. This is total garbage. This guy, Bijan, cooking me in fantasy. He's having a great night. If they accept the penalty, how can they keep the catch? That was a different play there. That was a different play there, Trisk. This is a 43-yard attempt from the left hash. Again, keep spoilers in the chat away, folks. Don't spoil those for those that cannot watch the game, as there is a timeout by Tampa Bay. Evan is furious, yeah. Again, all this is kind of moot, to be honest with you. Again, obviously Tampa Bay, if they were to lose, if he makes this kick, Tampa Bay would lose. They'll fall to second place. Even if the Panthers win or lose, it really doesn't matter. Next week kind of matters. Again, let's just say Panthers do win this weekend. Buccaneers lose this game. The Buccaneers would reclaim first place, and again, they'd still meet in Week 18. So all this doesn't necessarily matter. That's how you play when you have nothing to play for. Yep. Same play. I said the same thing. Yep. I guess I'm not following there. 3rd and 10. Gonzalez with a 43-yard attempt to snap the hold the kick. It is up. It is good. It is good. And the Falcons have upset Tampa Bay. Wow. 29-28 is your final score. So Tampa Bay falls to second place in the NFC South, and for the first time in a good bit, Tampa Bay is not in the playoff picture. It's going to be Carolina when you wake up tomorrow. When you search up the playoff picture, it's going to have a Carolina Panther taking the 4 spot. Unbelievable. What a comeback. What a comeback indeed there, Gaming Boy. Again, they were down 28-14. with about 8 minutes left, and Atlanta with 15 unanswered to win the game. Wild officiating. Yes, all this, by the way, you look at it. I'll go ahead and show you here. I'll expand the screen. 19 penalties for the Falcons, and they overcame them and won. That is just unbelievable. 476 yards for the Falcons, 338 for the Buccaneers. I didn't realize, again, the Falcons had that many yards. It was kind of a quiet game, and again, it just felt like they kept being pushed back. I mean, that is just unbelievable, as the Falcons have upset Tampa Bay on Thursday Night Football. I hate the fact that the stupid coach was awarded this guy. And I guess I'm not following there. So, again, they had the catch and got the first down. And they were rushing to the line and then spiked it, and then it was offside. So I guess I don't understand why you're upset there, Trisk. I guess I'll wait for a second, then I'll go ahead and let you say, because, again, the play had already been over, and then they're rushing to the line and spike it, and then he was offsides. Just going to say it now. Good call. Thank you. Thank you again, Nick. Appreciate you for tuning in as always. Everyone says the AFC East is, I don't know about all that, yin yang. I don't know who says that. I don't know who says that. I actually want to know. Regardless, it was a great game. Yep. Thank you for the stream tonight. Appreciate it, George. Thank you. If Carolina Panthers wins on Sunday, they will be in first place. Yes, they are in first place now, but yes, if they win, they will be in first. But again, they can switch right back if Tampa Bay were to beat Carolina next week. Every time I bet against Cousins, he wins. When I think he will, and he loses. That's how it goes. All right, well, tell you what, we're going to go ahead and head on out. I'm going to redirect to another guy I interacted with. I was in a stream with hold on, let me go ahead and hide this. Let me go ahead and, I'm still here. I know it says ending. Going to redirect to a small-time streamer. Again, I'm not really familiar with him too much. But he's definitely a guy that does what I do. So, again, feel free to stick around. Say hi. And, if you do like what you're seeing, make sure to subscribe to him as well. Yeah, I don't know. I've only talked to him once. Seems like a nice guy, though. But I guess we'll see. So, feel free to, of course, if you're sticking around for more coverage, make sure to let him know the doctor sent you. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe, folks. It helps out the channel a ton. So make sure to do that because it is free. And, again, tomorrow I'll be covering some FCS football. As, again, I'll be covering SFA and Montana State. As well as Saturday, again, we'll be doing the Army-Navy game. Then Boise State, Washington on Sunday. We got plenty of football. Again, Cincinnati and Baltimore. Los Angeles and Detroit. Sunday night football with the Vikings and the Cowboys. And then Monday night, we got the Steelers and the Dolphins. So, again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And you guys all have a great rest of your night. And, again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. It is fast and free and easy to do. Good night and take care. Peace.